wrong screen. Hello, and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, we do have open slots available. We currently have one open slot in the Sunday group, which they're going to be starting a new campaign in the next 2 months or so. We have 3 open slots in the Tuesday early off-stream game that will return to streams if people want that, as soon as we get another at least 2 players into the game itself. And we will have 3 open slots in this game starting in July. So if you're interested in any of those, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. And I should also say that starting in July, we will be starting a new campaign with this party. So we will see what chaos I can put them up to and what stress they can put me up to. So let's see how all that goes. But without further ado, Glenn, tell us what happened last week.
All right. Let's see. We started the session off, finishing off one of the Gathon 2. The Dracolich, it going down. The mate proceeded to engage us in combat, raising a bunch of undead. And after a grueling battle, we came out victorious, defeating the Dracolich and completing our task for the Collector. With the battlefield cleaned out, we decided to sweep the graveyard of sorts, seeing what kind of treasures might have been lying about. Discovering some few interesting items, which included a ghost fire lantern and a pot that held a numerous amount of copper, or of sorts, but weighed only 500 pounds.
Only.
After collecting all of the items and having Glenn identify them along the way back to the Collector, we were able to finish our task and get on with the following task of getting a written contract of sorts that a graveyard to the Hollows would be presence in the material plane of Komortar. With that goal in mind, our party teleported, or the plane shifted, back to Spalding for us to take care of numerous things, and as well as just touch base. As soon as we decided to plane shift back, we said the location would have been Reese's estate, and fell into the pond where the butler had the estate on high alert, and we set off a few traps, getting a bit injured, but everyone doing okay. We were able to get in contact with the butler, calming everything down, and proceeded to disperse amongst the areas of Spalding to take care of a few things. I believe Genesis, they decided to stay at the estate. We had Reese and Bardakov head towards the castle. Cornwallis went shopping with the butler to pick up some more defensives, and Glenn and Monkey went towards the temple to expand locations and build up structures. We ended the session with the group actually, well, not the group, with Bardakov and Reese seeing Katerina, accompanied by 2 hag sisters of sorts, I believe, or something like that.
Something like that.
And that is where we left off.
So, Bart's not here, unfortunately, but Reese.
Yes.
You see Katerine open the door. She looks a little taken aback as she sees you and Bart standing there, and the 2 black-dressed individuals, full gothic attire, and a paleness to them that seems unnatural, as if they've been untouched by light for some time. Just gives you a little bit of a eerie feel when you look at them. You can quickly look. I believe you are proficient in insight, correct?
Yes.
You can see from Kat and Bart that both of them seem a bit on the worried side as he sees those two sisters, which is something he typically only sees when you're fighting giant apes that aren't dealing fire damage. But she steps out. But good to see you. Reese and as well. What brings you both here?
You have sisters of some sort here?
The one who's smaller with a much more jovial look about her. Not yet.
Okay. And I'm gonna speak telepathically into Cat's mind and go, "Are you okay?"
We should have a conversation. And she'll say that out loud. We should have a conversation.
Okay. So I'm here for, as my sending said, I'm here for Tezu's journal. I found the guy's name finally. Tezu's journal, and as well as the necklace.
Yes, I should gather that up. You all sit in the conference room. So, she'll excuse herself to go gather those things while you, Bart, and the two black-draped individuals all sit down at the table at the conference room. Them sitting opposite of you, just still and watching.
I feel like it would be rude for me not to be cordial and give you my
Your name
full
is
attention.
Rysand.
Yes.
We know who you are.
Oh, you ruined the fun of it all.
The one with the big locks, or locked hair of locks, seems to be non-expressive when she says that.
And you are?
We are the Eben sisters. You may roll me a history check or religion.
Let's go with... Both are equally the same, so let's go with history. 14.
Okay. You've never heard of them before in your life. Not
Never
with a
heard of you.
14. That is the way we typically keep things. Bart will, they are a coven of sorts who seem to divine information from the void, and rarely are seen outside of the darkness of their own house.
Oh, so there's a specific reason why they're here then.
That is correct. We have just had a new seat available, and we are looking for a new sister.
With that being said, can I put two and two together that sister in the Hollows that was brought up is possibly the same as the Eben sisters?
You can put whatever twos together that you desire.
Oh, thank you, my love. I love you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Yeah, I did take one. Sorry.
You're fine.
Wife brought me random munchies.
You're very welcome. It's fine.
That's why. Okay. What happened to the third spot, if you don't mind me asking? Did they, like, passed away to unforeseen circumstances? Did they retire? You guys fire them? Can you be fired as a cover?
They retired.
Can I insight that?
Sure.
A 30.
Well, that actually gleams something, believe it or not. These two sisters, the namesake seems to be more in kindred spirit than it is of birth, which that happens. You can see from the jovial one that her expression doesn't really change whatsoever. She seems to have a perpetual optimistic view about things. Whereas the other one you are speaking to, when you look at her, she has a air of danger about her, an air of integrity, of necessity about her that makes you piece a little bit more of that story together, and you can tell retirement was a forced thing, and as you were told by the collector, that one was killed by the other two. Forced retirement.
Well, try to keep an eye on things that go on in the city that might pique an interest or power, and I will say that you both have piqued my interest. It is lovely to meet you.
The jovial one. You as well. Honestly, the people here are so much nicer after the massacre.
Massacre?
Tell me, Rhysand, how do you propose you are going to be dealing with your fiendish issue right now?
Well, the goal. Well, define fiendish issues.
You're exiling from your church.
Ah, that fiendish issue. Somebody's gleamed a little too much there. One step at a time. People leave their religions all the time, and quite frankly, some have a little harder time than others. And it's more reacting to what they do. They can go on the offensive, but that can just incite more problems in the long run. Disproving any points that they have is to the better effect.
So you plan on politically finding a way out of it?
At first, and then contingencies can be placed. A pace plan can be placed immediately after, depending on how the first contingency goes.
Very well. We will be keeping a tab on all of you.
I will too.
Around this time, Kat walks back into the room. So, here is the diary and the necklace you are looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything else that you needed, Rhysand?
I hoped to check up on your status as well as that of good old Princess Balding, but I see you have guests that you're mainly concerned with right now.
She nods. The princess is perfectly safe. The more jovial of the sisters. She's of no consequence. Oh yeah, that one. Bart kind of like elbows you. Graveyard.
Oh, yes. I apologize. I was here also checked. So there's a situation, and I feel like this situation would require a more private setting and not with those of prying natures. And I look at the two sisters.
They both stand up and just simply walk out of the room.
I'm gonna cast see invisibly very quick. See invisibly. See invisible.
Uh-huh.
right? And I'm gonna look for like either imps, anything that could be like a familiar.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. Jeez, there's all your good rolls.
Yeah.
You look around the room and you see that there is this kind of like yellowed and slightly like feline-esque eye that's hovering over the two sisters that's leaving with them as they are walking out. It seems to be watching you and Bart and Kat very carefully, but it leaves alongside them. Aside from that, you also notice that the more serious of the sisters seems to have a serpent that's been invisibly coiled around her body down towards her neck this entire time.
But when they both leave, that leaves with them, right?
Yes, all of it leaves, but you do notice that as they are leaving.
As a heads up, and I tell her again in her mind, "There's an invisible snake around that person. Interesting."
It
And I
is they describe their rituals a little bit to me.
Yeah. So, anyways, I came here with a request for a plot patent, right? So, and I regale her with the story with the collector for a second, and I express to her. So, in order for me to receive any kind of aid from the collector, I need to offer him a graveyard. And I assumed because we don't have we don't have an execution plan or any kind of like punishment plan now that the lines of execution is a little different, right? We can put it here utilizing the graveyard we already have. Um, we would also have Glenn take care of it after our travels, or he can delegate in the middle of travels. There comes with some possibility of planar energy seeping out, but Glenn feels that we should have something of the hall already here.
So you want a license for a graveyard, more or less?
Well, to utilize the graveyard we already have. If not, we can do another one and have that become a plot for the hollow.
And what is specific about the plot to a hollow?
Right, so the hollow itself requires us to bury people alive.
What?
That's what I said. That's what I said, right? We don't exactly have a way of execution, right? But, murderers that, do some of the heinous of crimes would go there.
Oh.
Well, we're thinking like, Georgie level crimes.
Well, you don't have to convince me. I, for one, am a big fan of capital punishment.
Yeah. Plus, because it'll be unique in itself, right? It's gonna be attached to Hades itself, right? Because it's planar energy. We could also license that as like a tourist attraction. Boom, the dichotomy.
Yes, people are usually gruesome and like to watch people die slowly.
100%. Take advantage of the worst of nature.
I'll do some convincing to the princess.
Yeah. And I pull out like a 20-page packet and I go, in here is all the specifications of what we would require, what your charge rates could possibly be, the tax deductions that can be made, me as the, primary, and also what you can charge for admissions, etc. Basically, it's just a bunch of random shit.
Very well. I'll make sure that this is done. I'll have to research all of this as well.
Of course. You can utilize anything that I have access still to, as well.
Feel like it is only fair that I forewarn you that the sisters are very adamant that I join their order soon. Apparently there are dangerous divinings out there that
Um,
can only be seen by 3 sets of eyes.
in her mind, I go to speak as I continue to. It's kind of weird because I'm gonna be speaking like more towards like the graveyard, but I'm gonna be speaking in her mind about like actual stuff.
You're both smart enough to
Yeah, to
differentiate.
to have that second layer. So when we talked to the collector, we're pretty sure that third sister was murdered by her other sisters because she saw something. I forgot the adjectives he used. It was like horrific or impending. I don't remember what the adjectives were, but it was a big vision that she saw, and it caused the other two to essentially murder her for knowing that. So you might want to be aware and know that you can reach out to us through a simple sending. I mean, you're contracted. I know where you are.
They revealed a bit more information about that. Apparently, that sister, she is responsible for the sight of the future. And she was not revealing a very crucial thing that they've been looking out for some time. And in doing so, went against the direct responsibility of the Eben sisters, and they had to remove her as she could no longer be trusted. And with the
Which-
knowledge she has, she was not allowed to live.
Which people do things for specific reasons, and judging from what you're telling me about these people, I don't think selfishness was one of them. So just keep that in mind too.
True.
Again, you're sending away.
If there is cause or need, I will be alerting all of you.
Yes, you are incredibly powerful. One of the strongest mages I know. But I myself say that I am power, and I have to rely on allies to become better.
I just hope that the temptation of the power they would give me is not too much.
Power and ambitions are fine, just costs. I'm a living example of damned souls for power, so.
Yes, the church seems very pissed off at you lately. Do you know how much paperwork I've had to do to keep them off your ass?
Yes, that's the reason why everything, when we essentially overthrew Spalding.
You fucking owe me. This has been
Acid move.
tedious. Do you know they keep sending like little spies on your estate and things like I have to walk through there and detect all of their magic.
And I can only imagine how the council meetings are with Rossman being right next to you.
Rossman has been the most terrifying out of all of them, considering she hasn't really said anything.
Yeah, it's complicated. When it goes to friendship and friends, I would have considered her one of them. So, it's complicated.
Just, you owe me.
I owe you for my own vengeance. So I owe you too.
So, she'll walk out of the room, and Bart will kind of excuse himself to go talk with her. When you're all ready to leave, you reach out and let me know. I'm going to make sure she's okay.
Okay.
So, they walk away. You're all by yourself. Cornwallis, you're getting... Were you going to the Church of Monkey or Reese's house?
I don't remember where we.
You
I
went
think
shopping and you got your fancy new
Right.
slippers.
I know. I'm just trying to remember if we agreed to meet somewhere. Probably back to Reese's house since I'm with his butler.
Okay. So, you get back to Genesis. Genesis, are you back? Alrighty then. So, you get back over to Genesis. Somebody is swimming around inside of the pond. And about an hour after that is probably when Reese, you get back, or were you doing something else in the city?
The only thing I have on my list right now, because I got rid of all the things that are non-important now. I do need Genesis for one thing, and then I would like to have contact Rossman, but from what Kat told me, I think it's better that I keep my distance on that. So, I would try to meet up with Genesis, though, because I would like Genesis to be present for something I still need to do.
All right.
Since they're supposed to be my leash.
They should be back in just a couple minutes.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So, in the meantime, Monkey and Glenn.
Yeah, I think we had gone over, we had started talking, and then we had gone next door to look at the space, right?
Yeah, I went.
Yeah.
You were trying to catch up with Beatrix, I think, the painting.
Oh, yeah, and I did that already. Yeah, I was just go up and chat with her.
Yeah, you chatted with Beatrix. You saw it. It looks kind of the same as yours. I mean, it's not... It's different, of course. They're not making McMansions, but...
Right.
It's pretty much the same.
We figured out that we were going to be hosting some Sunday barbecues.
That's right, outside to help drive down the price, I guess.
Yeah, it's a bad neighborhood. There's like families and people that make noise. Who wants to move into that?
Who knows? Certainly not. Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to get political. Woo! Throw that one out.
Good call. Anyways, so how about we say we make everything easy and everybody meets up after a little while in the town?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody, you meet up.
Kat's gonna send me a message when the pattern is approved.
All right. Well, I think if everybody's got things wrapped up here, we got a Baron Pote to take care of, don't we?
I think we do.
Do we wanna? I mean, we have to do a long rest here anyways because somebody's had to shift us here. So.
Oh, that's right. In that case, I'm going to go to the forge and I'll be working on some craft stuff until we're ready to go. You guys can find me at the forge. I got some things to work on, and I'm going to go start. Normally, I would whisper this, but I'm going to go start working on cups for Cornwallis and Genesis, like everyone else has. The beer steins. Personalized.
Alrighty. So, we're just, yeah, I guess we have to wait until Genesis gets back. Alright.
Did you get what you needed out of Cat, Reese? Whatever items we came here for?
Yeah. So, and I showed them the journal. Right, and I said, this is key evidence right here that Infinitus was corrupting a mortal to utilize abyssal magic-oriented plague in the material plane, as well as Infinitus, aiding Infinitus in ascending to try and become a prime deity. So there's evidence of abyssal use, Infinitus trying to ascend use, and I think that was all that was really in there. There's some other things that I know we pulled out the Infinitus case that might have helped, but the journal is the only prevalent one I can think of. And then here, this locket, and I hit Cornwallis with it.
What, like you swing it and slap me with it?
No,
or
I
what?
attempt to put you in it.
Attempt to put you in it.
Okay,
I don't
you
know.
touch it against him. Nothing
It
happens.
requires attunement. Good enough.
Right.
We'll say you have Glenn identify it, so you're not guessing 30 wrong things.
I've used it before. I just don't remember how it works.
Yeah, it's a command word.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's gotcha.
Oh, I look at Cornwallis. Gotcha.
All right, Cornwallis, you have to give me a Constitution saving throw. No, you don't.
22.
I
What
think
does
it's
this thing
busted.
do?
I think it's busted.
Oh,
You feel like a little pool.
It's supposed
I mean,
to
it
pull
was
you
a
into it.
it was kind of a slight tug, but I don't think you're using it right.
No.
Well,
No.
observing that, let's talk about our plan, right? How we gonna take down Baron Poe? So, I mean, from what I've gathered so far, we got this contract figured out, so we could help out. We could use the back door from the Hollow, right? We get into the estate, we bust in. We have to have countermeasures so that so Poe doesn't teleport away. So, I guess like, what if we could try to like get him not to speak, or if any of you guys know the counterspell stuff, right? You gotta get in range. And then we also gotta decide who's gonna try to whack him with the amulet and get him in there.
I'm gonna say, the problem is, I mean, I can cast silence, but if I cast silence, then you won't be able to say the command word either.
Well, I mean, I guess you could cast silence on it because, like, silence is like a spell that you like. I mean, I'm not too familiar with spells, but like spells like something like you concentrate on, right? And you can drop concentration at any moment. So once you see that one of us is about to touch him with the amulet, you drop the concentration and let the guy say the word.
Not that familiar with magic. Didn't you attend a magic school?
I still got holes in my brain, man. I'm trying to figure it all out.
Okay.
Holes in my brain, but don't call me a whole brain.
I mean, if I could get in range of him, I probably have a pretty good chance of holding him in the silence spell for a little while.
Okay, so that is an idea we can fall on if we need to. Anybody else got any ideas? Because I think I might be the fastest one to be able to get up to him, right? But I don't know. I don't know if I'm the correct guy that should try to slam the amulet on him.
Well, so here's the thing. He's still gonna be powerful. We still gotta beat him down, right? He's probably gonna have minions, right? So somehow getting him away from those chainsaw creatures is gonna be another hassle. Just assume that they're gonna come in, right? Because there's nothing that stops more teleportation inward, you know? But yeah, I think our best bet is to keep me and Samdi in range of him to be able to counterspell as needed. This we can convince him to go into the mansion. That'd be pretty funny. Do they have to willingly enter the mansion?
You designate who is capable of entering into the mansion, but they don't have to willingly enter inside. You can throw their ass in there. And I feel like it's important to remind you all that you did see they had a rape here as well.
Yeah, so
I'm sure it's entirely ceremonial.
100%.
He can't be any kind of threat with a weapon, I'm sure.
Well, so devils,
Yeah, what?
right?
That guy.
Devils.
He serves fucking... Come on, let's...
Yeah,
Yeah.
he serves him. He's in the first life house, so assume he is a warrior with magic to enhance his capabilities, right? Because that is what most devils are like. They have spells and magic that aid them in combat. So I think our best bet, plan A, I think would be try to get him into the magic mansion, right? Only because I don't know, we could put it like on a door or something and walk through it or some shit. Or something like that, because it'll prevent people from entering. It's invisible, so I mean not many well actually an amount of devils have seen invisibility. Okay, well that plan's out the door.
Also, doesn't it take some time for you to set up your mansion?
Takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 1 minute. 1 minute. So it'd be a prep.
What were you
jump up.
saying, Monkey?
I was just saying, yeah, that's starting to sound a bit difficult or
Yeah.
whatever. I like the thoughts. I like the but in this case, it might just be brute force holding them down and shoving them in.
Mm. Hear
So
me
is our.
out.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
No,
you
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm gonna say, is
Oh.
the plan the mansion or is the plan the? Because the problem, even if you get him in the mansion, you still have to hold him in there.
Yeah,
Once he's in the gem, he's in the gem, right?
yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I'm saying. We skip the mansion. I think we need to skip the mansion and just
Yeah.
brute force it a little bit.
Yeah, because my concern was other devils coming in. But the more I think about it, the more that might be a problem.
I do think you are onto something. If there's a way that we could slam them in and then immediately leave.
So
Right.
instead of me using the mansion, what we can do is once we slam him in, I can teleport us out.
That
To literally
sounds like-
anywhere in Avernus. I don't give a fuck, as long as it's not lava.
Do you know a place in Avernus you can teleport us to?
No, but I can look out a window.
Okay.
I think Lucifon offered us someone's place to potentially teleport to for Avernus.
He had offered to speak to his mother, Zariel, to see if she would not allow you all to enter into Avernus through, extraplanar means as a favor to him.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to ask that of him. So
Oh, he already said he was doing it.
Nice.
Okay, so now she knows we're coming. Not sure if that's good or bad.
Well, it's not for her, right? We're not coming for her. We're coming for the Baron.
But who works for her?
Well, maybe he's been slacking, right?
devils are ambitious, right? They'll if they see a way they can gain favoritism or knowledge, right? He won't immediately report to Zariel, right? Because how incompetent would you seem if you're one of her leaders and you can't handle a couple of ruffians? You know what I mean? It would make you seem a little bit not so high on the totem pole if you can't handle your own problems. So, and remember, devils are all about imagery.
So, back on the plan, right? Reese, do you have like a way that like you could deceptively turn into something else so that Baron Poe won't know you're there, and then maybe we could like try to request some kind of audience with him, and then try to get like a surprise on him, you know, once we do see him within range. Because like if I get in close and I give him a good judo chop, he's stunned there for a while.
So, me transforming into something different, you said?
Right,
The most
like
I
just
can think of is illusion magic that had a disguise.
I'm thinking something more concrete than that because I'm pretty sure he can probably see through disguises. I'm not 100%, but
I'm pretty high up in the totem pole thinking that same thing, right? Like, you can probably see through it too. But outside of that, I don't see another way of me being able to transform. Unless you want me to straight up disguise myself, which I've done before.
hold on, out of character. We know how the amulet works, right? How to put someone in and get someone out.
Oh, you can put me in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there, Joey, point of clarification, because we do know how the amulet works. We've used it. I've been in it, hated it. Is it a limited uses per day? Or is it like, is there a limitation on putting one person in, taking them out, and then putting in someone else in shortly after?
Let me just go over the mechanics of the amulet for you guys.
Please.
Yeah.
As an action,
Mm-hmm.
you can hold the amulet within 5 feet of an individual and say, "Gotcha." They must succeed on a DC 16 Constitution save, or they are absorbed into the amulet, and once per day they can attempt a DC 25 athletics check to break themselves out, which is near impossible to achieve for most individuals, right? You can do this so long as no other creature is inside of it. If a creature is inside, they can be expelled by saying "gotcha" again, and they pop out. There's no limit to how many times you can attempt it. just once per day or once per person per turn. You can try.
Okay. So
So
that is a possible strategy if we want to go for like surprise route, or if we want to just bang on the front door and try to get him real quick. I mean, what do you guys think?
that's something too. Even if he succeeds, I can't, or he has very hardy body. There's a 50% chance all the time that I can make someone fail that once per day.
Is there a yeah, I'm wondering if we need someone that can get in and maneuver out just in case it doesn't work. Like I know sometimes Cornwallis can do a little bit of that, but he might need to be able to attack while doing that. But get within 5 feet, gotcha. If it doesn't work, we need someone that needs to be able to get out of that range so that he can't get the gem. And then get back in the next time I try it. Whether that's by teleporting, running in. I don't know how to say this is not a player using a bonus action or something to
I can
disengage and
teleport.
get out.
Yeah, I can teleport people as in general, right?
Yeah, once we get him. But what I'm saying is like, let's pretend that you're him, and I come in within 5 feet of you. I say gotcha, and it don't work. I need to be able to move out of there without getting hit,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
or
I'm,
whoever.
I'm a fae.
Oh,
Like,
I got you.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about getting us all out. Okay, I'm with you.
I'm
my
literally
apologies.
the embodiment of teleportation. I got you.
I think Genesis has some ability with that too.
Mm.
We've seen Genesis put up the gate before.
Oh yeah, the gate.
And that could, I mean, that could. We also have to. Speaking of teleportation, we got to set up our escape, right? Is because the one option would be Samdi, and we got to make sure that he has that spell capability to cast. So we're gonna have to find a way in that doesn't involve him getting us there, right? Because he's gonna be getting us out.
We already know how to get there. We're going through the rift.
Okay, so we got that down, and then we got our way out. Then, so the end goal would be try to gather up around Samdi once we got the Pope.
Sounds about right. So get in with the rift, get out with Samdi.
Right, and didn't Reese, was it you that said that you had a way to make it harder for someone to not be hit by magic? I'm sorry, this morning I'm having a hard time like trying to figure out how to translate it not into player language. Above the table real quick. So you said you were the one that has the ability to make it harder for their saves, right?
Yeah, so I have a devil ability where it's a 50% chance that they can just auto fail any save. As long as I'm
Is
within
that
20
an
feet.
action or a bonus action or just
It's a
happens?
reaction.
Okay.
It's the unsurpassed fortune. I've done it a couple times.
I think I might have something that can help out too. I remember seeing Baron Pope being frightened of Bardakov's spear, right?
Frightened? No. Concerned? Yes.
Okay, so he might
He
be
did
immune
not
to
show any fear on his
Okay.
face, but he
Never
did
mind.
definitely show a respectful amount of concern.
Yeah, I'm not sure this would work then. If he's immune to being like frightened and stuff, then I can't forget my plan.
Oh, good.
Go ahead.
Say I have. Maybe we can go back to the whole. We can try the whole silence thing. Can Genesis? Can I test something on you? Okay, so I'm gonna cast silence like 20 feet away from us, so it's in a range. And then I'm gonna pick up Genesis. I'm gonna step inside the bubble, so Genesis is just inside the edge of it. See if you can touch her from outside, Reese, and still put her in
Them.
the thing. Sorry, that I'm looking
It's
at
right
it too.
there. Right
I
there.
know.
You made it. You made the thing.
If you can put them in the
Hyperbolic time chamber.
The amulet.
say,
The amulet.
in the amulet from outside while
God
they
damn it,
are
Joey.
while they are inside of it.
Okay.
So,
So I'm gonna pick up Genesis, carry
Okay.
them into the
silence.
silence, so that me and them are in the silence.
Just right
and
on
see
the
if
edge.
Reese right on the edge, so that Genesis wouldn't be able to cast any spells that required verbal. And I'm fairly confident in my ability to hold Pote. And then have Reese try and use the amulet on them from outside of it. Just to make sure that it doesn't break it because Genesis can't hear the word kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So you attempt this, and good thing you were testing this now. It does not work when Genesis does not hear the command.
Okay, so Genesis needs to hear the command. Or the object does, and the object would have had to be in the bubble in order to touch Genesis anyways.
No, it was within the 5-foot reach.
Oh, okay. Oh,
but
okay.
Genesis has to hear it.
Okay. All right, so that won't work. So it's either the silence or it's the... Now, we can still silence to get him, and then I can carry him out, and we can try the...
Telepathically, I say to Genesis, gotcha, with the amulet, see if that works.
That does not work.
Okay, it was worth trying. It was worth trying.
Nice, nice.
No.
I tried.
Yeah.
That would
Honestly,
open up a whole can of worms.
I've got a decent chance of sneaking up on Pote.
Mhm.
I know I don't do it very often, but I'm surprisingly stealthy for a 7.5-foot hippo. Not to mention I can now climb on ceilings.
Nice.
No one expects the hippo.
No one expects the hippo from the ceiling.
Assaults from hippos might be low, but never zero.
A hippo drops me from the ceiling. What do you do?
Oh no.
That's a terrifying thought.
Yes, I think if possible, I think we could all try and stealth in. But yeah, I think you stealthing in there, but us staying ways behind you might be the way to go. Because my concern is if you attempt to do it, they fail, and now you're by yourself.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting that I go in and
Yeah.
try and do the whole thing by myself in any way.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if I can get close and make the drop, Genesis can gate all of the rest of you very close to him. Once, and then he'll be focused on me while the rest of you sneak up, or the rest of you come through the gate. Because the gate's got a range of quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I think our first initial thought needs to be how we're approaching outside of the rift, right? We're gonna go into the rift in the hollows, right? Come out in Baronpilt's palace. We're stealthing out of there? Is what I think we're making all the assumptions we can immediately find him.
If I get within 1,000 feet of him, I can find him.
Okay. Yeah, that I guess we could always find him there. If he's as long as he's in his palace, his little freaking, place, we could find him.
Right.
So that's
So-
good.
So the plan is to try to get the jump on him. Then we're not gonna.
I don't think we'd walk in there and try and challenge him. I think,
Okay. No, that makes sense.
No,
That makes sense.
yeah, I don't think we walk in and challenge. Jump might be. You can find him, but it would be a matter of. That's why you're saying the gate. So you go in, you stealth around, you find him. But Genesis has to get eyeballs to where she wants the gate, doesn't? No, she doesn't.
Yes, they do.
They.
I
Sorry,
think.
they.
I don't remember. Genesis, can you roll gate? Can you click on it in your character sheet in the spells section?
Where it has that little wordy bubble, I think is the one you click.
Yeah.
Either one, we'll try it.
Because I think you need to be able to see.
There we go.
That you can see.
Yeah, so Genesis will need to be able to see it.
What if we just try to get an audience and you can. This might be a little harder. And then you can. I don't know.
He knows of our combat capabilities, right? Like just through word of mouth. He's not gonna. If we try to do an audience with him, he's not gonna. Yeah, I think our best bet is to go in there, try to get either stealth or some other method close to him, because we'll know where he is because of Cornwallis the minute we enter in, right? Assuming he's in that palace. If he's not in that palace, we fuck off and go back to the rift.
I know Reese and Somdi have at least some ability to get into people's minds. Is there any way for you to like past my vision on to Genesis? I don't know what you guys are completely capable with your mental magic.
Well,
I'm not
I don't
even
have that.
sure out of character if there is any kind of spell that would do that.
Unless we can designate one of you as a familiar, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I will say one thing that I don't remember if everyone's talked about. It's still going to be a fight to get him down out of all of his legend resistances that he definitely has. Because I think that the amulet would definitely be one of the things that he would use it on. If, like, best case scenario, he doesn't know what the amulet does, and but he's definitely weirded out that we keep getting into melee with him and trying to smack him with it.
Do any of you have the ability to blind him?
That I can't do.
If we have a physical blindfold, maybe.
Blindness, deafness, anyone?
No.
Bart
even
holds
then,
up his spear.
That would make them deaf and blind and dead.
Well,
No,
I
it
can
makes him-
poke the eyes out, but you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I was
doing
just-
non-lethal might be the best bet on that one.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking if they couldn't see, it makes some of the stuff harder.
To be fair, to Somdi's point, we could just go in there and beat the ever-living snot out of him until he's unconscious and then just put him in the amulet after we burn through all of his innate ability to
No.
shake off damage.
That'll be the very last. That'll be the very last thing we do. When everything else fails, we just beat him to a bloody pulp.
Well, and this kind of goes back to what I was saying. If we can get someone that can go in and out of his range, we can be beating on him while every chance
Well,
they get,
I
every
can get
turn
it-
in combat, one person can, whoever has the gem, can try to be within 5 feet, try to get him every time until we, because it's not going to happen at once. It was a DC 16, 18.
16.
It's going to be tough. So we're going to have to beat him down, but we might get lucky if someone every round is using their action, which kind of sucks, but using their action every round to say gotcha.
Gotcha.
But then trying to stay out of the, get in, gotcha, get out.
No, out of character. Does anyone have the mobile feat?
Wrong character. I'd love
No,
that
because
feature.
I have a lot of ability to teleport around, but only if I'm doing attacks.
Right, and that's why I was originally thinking about you, and then I realized, oh, you have to use your action to actually do the gem. So someone's gonna have to. My thought is if someone gives up their action every time, just to try to get him in there, because it might take several times. We might get lucky; it might be the first or second time, but it might take like 5, 6. It might have to be unconscious before we get there. But if we're trying every round, we might get lucky.
How would you guys feel about us utilizing his own palace against him? Because one of my concerns is that he has guards, right? But if we come into the rift and we have 10 minutes of time, right? If we chill out for like maybe 10 minutes, I can guards and ward his whole fucking building.
Wait a fucking second.
His-
That
his
can
doors-
actually cause a big distraction, and we can definitely use that.
Yeah, random fog clouds will appear, doors will go missing, quote unquote, but they're there with minor illusion, so anyone can see through it. Right? Spider webs will fill up freaking staircases, stuff like that. And then the area where we know he might be, we can put up suggestion wards of leave this area.
Thing is, we need to give you 10 minutes there.
Right,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
then-
saying. It depends on how quickly we're spotted when we come through the rift, you know what I mean? I just think it's funny to utilize that offensively opposed to defensively.
Show up in hell. This place is sanctified. Fuck you.
Does anyone have ceremony?
I have it
Ceremony.
passively.
In my universe, ceremony is not a spell. It is something that clerics and paladins can perform. So it does not require necessarily a spell slot unless you are trying to do something, but it is never a spell you need to prepare. All clerics, all paladins can always do a ceremony without it being a spell. I hate that they tried making that a spell. Make it a mechanic.
Yeah,
It's a ceremony.
exactly.
Or make it
It's to give it's supposed to give flavor.
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. I like that you changed that.
Mhm.
Oh,
So you never have to prepare it. You can do it.
could you imagine
So-
if Gleb learns how to do a ceremony?
That's funny.
Being a Church of Monkey follower.
Ceremony
cleric.
dancing. Ooh, 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 wow.
But yeah, that's my. I just think that utilizing that might help with the whole situation of the army of chainsaw devils.
You only saw one of those.
You said that multiple of them were chasing us, and that if we failed any of the athletics checks, we were chainsawed to death.
Oh, you did see them. Okay. I remember you saw one. I didn't remember you saw all three.
Yeah,
Okay. He has a number of them.
right. Unless, like, again, during the distraction, right? That could be used as a distraction is the thing. Or we can forgo the distraction, jump him, say F everything, beat him down, leave without anyone knowing, and then, like,
Yeah,
Margarita
part of me
monkey
feels
thing.
like we just need to jump him and
yeah.
I feel like with all of this shit, the easiest thing we could do is just fuck him up.
Yeah, let's just do that. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna go there. We're gonna make this plan, and all of it's gonna get thrown out the window the minute we go in there because we don't even know if we're gonna get detected the minute we come through that rift.
I do
Welcome
have a
to-
question, though.
Yeah.
Is there a way that we can let Genesis see inside of wherever he is?
You mean like if someone, I don't know, could scry or like maybe,
I don't know
Sorry,
the
might be
fancy terms you guys use.
I don't know either. I'm just a simple, humble god.
I don't scry.
I say that was kind of an earlier question I had, and we didn't have.
I
a
was
way that we
trying to
could think of.
circle back to it in case,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
because
Yeah.
you guys jumped over that question without
Yeah.
engaging with it. But
Yeah, I don't
That
have any
was
form of
clearly a bad question.
yeah.
Definitely just didn't accidentally do that.
Yeah, scry would work, or like an arcane eye kind of thing. I don't
What do
have
you-
any of that type of magic.
What do you think I am, a utility caster?
Or like
Yeah.
a familiar that can go invisible.
Yeah, lost
I-
ones.
I can make a familiar, and I'll snap my fingers, and Hooligan will appear on my shoulders. But
Yeah, I could snap my hand off and turn it out into a familiar.
but I can't give the vision Hooligan's vision to Genesis. I can only give it to myself.
Lack of rangers.
Well, I'm a ranger, but I don't have.
I've got.
I
range
can
too.
see things. That's not the problem. I'm pretty sure I could get up to where I can see him, and he can't see me. But I can't give my sight in any way to Genesis.
All right, let me dig into this. I don't think I have anything.
Unless there is something I don't know.
I want to try pulling a string for a second, right? That Archmage, right? That we freaking slaughtered that in Spalding. I recall during the downtime, I talked with some headmaster and we agreed to keep the thing hush hush. Right? Because that dude was from his school.
Yes.
Right? For the life of me, since that was so long ago, I have no idea who the headmaster was, right? But I said if I asked for something, right, that number square, and he said yes.
Yeah,
with his
he
school's
owed you a
involvement-
favor to keep it quiet.
Yeah, the school's
Alona.
involvement with the Spalding thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna reach out to that headmaster because for the life of me I don't know. Right, with a sending spell.
Esquire.
Esquire, there it is. I said, hey, give me a second and let me see what strings I can pull. I was going through the random shit I have in the museum and guy's eyeballs came up. I'm gonna reach out to Esquire and I go, Esquire, Oh shit, you don't have the camera on me. Okay, scroll down. Esquire. Remember that favor you owe me. Being a magical school, I would hope you have access to a scroll of arcane eye.
Okay.
We're squared.
Okay. Roll me a percentage check. $55. How about I come to Spalding in the next hour or so and see if there's an alternative way I can assist you in achieving your goal. No scroll like that currently.
I'll burn a second of my second level 3 spell and reply. Sure, we can meet at my manor. I'll have drinks prepared.
Very well. No.
That's all I'm sending him.
Be there in exactly 1 hour. Genesis, you said you had an idea you wanted to try?
Yeah, so I actually have two things.
Yep.
The first thing is that, so I have speak with animals and Cornwallis has speak with animals. Can we, like, have two speak with animals and then just kind of play telephone as far as what we can see to each other through animals?
If there was a way to connect your minds, yes.
Okay. And then I was gonna say, if that's not a thing, then here's another question. For invisibility, is that only if I touch a person or a living thing, or does that include objects as well?
Anything being worn or carried by the person or living thing are included in the invisibility.
So I couldn't touch whatever this barrier is separating Cornwallis and I, so that way we could communicate.
No,
That doesn't.
no.
I'm not making sense.
No, invisibility is just a visual thing. There's no
It's no
mental
sound.
thing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's the part about invisibility people forget. You're invisible, but you can be heard. You can be smelled.
Yeah.
You can break wind.
I shoot out to everyone. I called Esquire. He owed me a favor for us killing and butchering one of his archmages. So he said he'll be here in an hour. Maybe he might have
I
something.
believe that's the
utilize.
exact.
Sorry, Reese,
Sorry.
we're still speaking. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, sorry.
No, that's all I have. He'll be here in an hour.
Okay. Now go ahead, Samdi.
No, I was just making a comment about that not being the exact reason why he owed us a favor.
Oh yeah, I sent his mangled, strung up body to the school too. That didn't help either. In fact, his eyeballs are still in display in the museum.
So hopefully this guy's got a way that we could get Genesis the ability for them to see the location of where Baron Pote is, and then potentially put up an arcane gate for us to jump to him, right?
Possible. He said that he doesn't have an Arcana Eye scroll yet, but he's gonna see what he can do for an alternative.
Right.
Right. So hopefully that might answer that question, so we're not like dawdling around here trying to figure the next step out. With that being said, unfortunately, I'd be losing a very powerful favor that I could have called on, but I feel like the circumstances.
Hey, buddy, you're about to go to court.
Yeah, no, it doesn't mean that I like losing my things still, okay?
You're that character that walks into the final boss room and walks out still with 50 potions and every
50
scroll
potions
ever.
of healing, yeah. I'm trying to say I'm a hoarder, but you know.
So,
Welsh, prepare the tea. We're having guests. A guest come over.
Here's the tea.
prepare the tea. So, an hour goes by, and you see the shining of your teleportation circle as this mage appears with a large scroll bag hung over their shoulder as they're like cradling it and walking in and placing it down on a table, and looks over at the tea. 1 sugar, goat's milk, grain sugar only, none of that processed shit.
Look at Welsh. There's such a thing as green sugar.
There's people who create food and water magically. The natural sugars have not been able to be replicated in such a manner for it to taste the same. I hate it.
Oh. Okay. Makes sense, I guess. I'm a coffee guy, so I don't know.
Very well.
Esquire, this is I'm sure you're aware of Glenn, Monkey, and Zombie and Bartikov. This is what they look like, right? As well as our other assets, Genesis and Cornwallis.
Hello, assets. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, same.
He just smiles. So, I figured it'd be much more practical for me just to use 1 spell to come here via your teleportation circle in order for you to describe your desired result instead of guessing at what I could and could not do over sendings. So, to clarify, whatever I can provide for you, that will leave us even in square, correct?
Yes.
Good.
Actions of that student, that knowledge that we held, will be buried.
Very good, very good.
His eyeballs will still stay on display in the museum, though.
Well, I have no need for those. I have the
Okay.
jaw. So,
There you go.
if that is the case, what is your desired result of my spell crafting?
I need a long-range way of casting a spell into a room.
We need line of sight into a room.
Yeah.
Oh, from
you
range.
Yes.
Oh. And it is you that require this specifically, or when do
point to
you need
Genesis.
this? When do you need this by?
It's on the more urgent side.
Very well.
At max, was it like 8 days?
8 days. Alright, let me look at his fucking spell list. Okay, he has that.
Side note, as a player above the table, it'd be really cool to have like a magic item where it's 2 pairs of sunglasses or glasses where one person sees the sunglasses and the other one that puts it on can see what they're seeing. That'd be really cool.
Play an artificer.
sick.
Actually, please don't. But
Yeah, techno summon all our
4th, yeah, that
artificer.
works. Okay. Well, I could create a small moat for you temporarily. However, it will only stay active for about 8 hours, so you would be very pressed to use it immediately. Or within that time span in order to get your desired result.
Oh, you could do it.
Yes. To clarify, I possess a unique ability amongst many of the scholars that we are recently researching, where I can place a spell into a temporal moat, a small little gem, and upon breaking it, the spell would be released, and the individual who breaks it will be casting the spell from it.
Oh,
Yes.
sounds like Dunamancy.
Well, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Chrono-G wizards.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a fantastic alternative, actually. But the prime day that we want to use it is within 8 days from now, right? And I look at everyone, it's 8 days.
I don't know.
Or do we want to do it ASAP? Because of the effect of the other thing, every day is a chance for them to, you know.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we want to do this a little sooner rather than later.
Okay.
That way, if there's a contingency that we need to make, or who knows what, I would just feel better knowing. These next
Okay.
8 days are going to be stressful for me and you about you in court, and I'd rather get it over with.
Okay, let's do that then. Let's get it today then, or you want to do it tomorrow after we're refreshed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we gotta
we'd
do
have
it
to
tomorrow.
sleep. Yeah, we can't do
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I look at him. Tomorrow, let's say around 11 o'clock, we could use it.
Very well. I will be requiring my own place to stay, as I do not share quarters with other individuals. The sheets need to be Bakwin silk, specifically.
gosh.
Minimum thread count of 1,000 per square inch. In addition to that, any breathable pillows, anything with lighter feathers inside of it, is going to be needed as well. And a morning tea will be required for me.
I have everything you need here.
Perfect.
As I start pulling out the components from Mordekai's magical mansion.
That's not anything that is made in the mansion cannot come out of the mansion.
That's fine.
So
I
if
can
you
still
pull
put
it
the
out, it
specification.
disappears.
Yeah, he can sleep in the mansion.
Oh, you're letting him sleep in your mansion.
Yeah.
Well, this seems like a waste of a powerful spell.
I care about comfort.
Do you not just furnish your home for comfort?
I mean, only recently. There's comfort here for sure, but my interior more falls around Spalding materials and imports as well as the Underdark. So that obsession of that place sometimes bleeds in.
Very well. Well, so long as I have all of my special accommodations, I will be perfectly fine and adept. Please do not disturb me. Thank you.
I make the mansion on the back side of the wall of the house. So a door has appeared. And I open it up and after you. Whatever you need,
Thank you.
the imps will provide.
Thank you. And he'll just go on inside and find his special accommodations.
Cool. That's done.
He's a pretentious wizard. Yes, he's going to care about the silk that he sleeps on.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, I don't have all that, but I know someone that does, and that is my mansion.
This prick.
I've met worse.
Useful, pompous prick.
Yes, yes.
If you're going to be a prick, be useful. He's not like the Spaldings. They're useless.
His he cares more about his reputation as being a headmaster of the school. So it would looked really bad if that information had gotten out. But yes, I digress. That problem is solved. If you guys need, we can rest tonight, and then tomorrow we can head to the Hollows and we can go after Pope.
Oh wait, hold on. We would have to get to the Hollows and then spend another night there. So
Why?
Samdi has his plane ship chart. Because how are we getting to the Hollows?
There's a portal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're going to the Hollows tomorrow.
Yeah, and then
Right,
there's
right.
a portal in the Hollows that you originally took to get into the Hollows.
Yes, but I'm saying we take Samdi's plane shift to the Hollows, right?
Yes.
Now
Yeah.
Samdi doesn't have plane shift anymore. And then we
Okay.
we're going straight into Baron Pote's estate. How do we get out? Because
We
Samdi
teleport
doesn't.
either back to the rift, right? Because I can grab all of you. And we go through it that way. Or we can bunker down somewhere inside Avernus.
Okay, if that's what we're gonna go with.
Unless you have another plan, that's the best way I can think of, considering that spell will only last 8 hours.
Yeah, no. This is what we gotta work with what we got then.
Yeah.
Genesis is gonna walk away and go build a pillow and blanket fort and go to bed.
Genesis, I'm gonna need you very quick.
But I'm in my pillow and blanket fort. Can you come in here?
Uh,
Nice.
as weird as it sounds, as weird as this is gonna sound, this situation is gonna require us to kind of go in a different area.
Okay. All
Are
right.
you saying
I'm
the
coming.
blanket fort is not private?
Right, come on, dude.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
see that.
Okay.
But I'll lock it, and I put like 3 or 4 stacked pillows in front of the entrance.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, I'm
Uh,
coming. I'm
Yeah,
coming.
I require your aid in my office, actually. If you guys have anything else to do, you guys are welcome to do it. It's just, I need to get some of the extra weight out of this bag of holding, and part of it requires me to put it A in the museum, and B to give someone their soul back. So, give or take.
Oh, you're growing. You're giving
No.
people their souls. Oh, okay.
They have there's debt involved.
Firm no.
Or
I'm
no.
so proud
Okay.
of. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
they'll get it back with accrued debt, so and interest.
So you two head over towards the office.
Okay. Let me pull up the components here.
I
see me
get like all in. I'm like, what? What are you talking
I
about?
go, you were the one that was, and you see like the smile from Reese's face starts going away, right? And I go, you were the one that was charged with being a leash for me, right?
Hmm.
So it's only right that you see what my business entails in Spalding,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
It comes in multiple shapes and sizes, and one of them is the accruement of debt. And the conviction, or the implement of doubt in people's own choices, right? Because I want them to see a different version of it. Obviously, they will have the freedom. You'll see when it'll make more sense as we get closer. As we get to the office, right, I open up the door, right, I take you to the back, and there's like a front room and a back room. Everyone has only ever been in the front room, but when you go to the back room, you see an altar, right? You see Asmodeus' symbol on several of the tapestries, but I immediately take those down, right? Because this is not supposed to be an altar to Asmodeus, it's supposed to help me with resurrection purposes, right? You see me pull out of the bag of holding this elven female, right? And I put her on the altar. I take the armor that we found her in, I put it on the side. And I go, so this poor soul died in the most unnoble of circumstances. They were frozen to death, their friends killed, herself killed, and I'm giving her a second chance of life. And I'm going to, it'll take about an hour. I put a diamond on her chest, and I light several candles. Oh shit, my light went off. That's thematic.
You snuff a couple candles.
Yeah. If you can grab that sage over there and put it in that bowl for me.
Okay, I grab the sage and I put it in the bowl.
And I start speaking Infernal, and I start doing the Raised Dead spell.
Okay.
And I make sure that I have my full fiendish form out. I'm not repressing anything.
Okay. Over the course of this hour and performance, you hear the infernal speaking, the beckoning of the soul, the offering of a deal to this individual to bring them back, to raise them from their dead state in order to, well, gain some type of benefit in the future. What is the benefit that, Reese, you are trying to gain if they accept their soul coming back to their body?
As their soul comes back,
Nope,
right?
nope.
and
If they
sorry,
accept.
as their soul hovers, right? I tell them, whatever life you think you had, it was taken from you. In your last moments of death, there was no one there for you. When all is said is done, you died alone. I'm here to give you your second chance. You have a choice. You can either choose to move on and live a life, or live in the afterlife with your unfulfilled desires. Or you can come back under conditions such as we'll establish that if you choose that. But no matter what the situation is, you'll be able to fulfill those desires that you weren't able to accomplish. The loves that you could have had, the promises that you didn't fulfill. Ultimately, though, it's your choice.
So you do have to outline the price.
Okay.
What is it that you expect in return for this?
All I ask for is your loyalty. And once a month, a simple check-in. Simple. Loyalty and a check-in. As your gods betrayed you and weren't there for you in the end, I will always be there for you.
And this is the elf you found in the ice, correct?
Yes, this is the one that died with her friends in the ice. She was the only one that we were able to chip away without falling apart.
Roll me a persuasion roll.
Okay. Let me use my game advantage for this. Uh, 35.
Thank God you were actually. First I was in that one. Funny.
Trying to work on my warlocks in the future, okay?
Yeah. So, you watch as the soul hovers within the room. You've beckoned and called for it back to this place, and as you are offering this deal, it seems hesitant to deal with a fiend, but the words that you are expressing seem much more tamed than a fiendish deal would typically be. Much less intrusive than they would be as well. And most importantly, less demanding. Eventually, the soul does return back to the body at the end of your spell. You see the eyes open up with an emerald green. She looks at you all.
Welcome to your second chance.
Thank you. She seems very perplexed right now.
I'm Rysand Levant, a devil of Spalding. We came across you after you were butchered by the ice gorilla in the swamps. The ice gorilla is killed, done by the responsibility being from my associates and myself, which is what actually Reese feels, because I felt like we could have saved him. So that grudge and vengeance isn't needed to be sought. And you have your second life to fulfill. I just request you once a month to come to this office. Whether it be you, an astral version of you, or but something of you needs to come to this office and check in. Could be an associate. And if I call upon you for help, you be there. Simple enough.
So I must be prepared to lay my life down for you.
Yes. But your life has already ended. This is for me.
Will I have this ability to project myself here, or am I trapped within this city?
Again, if you have the ability to cast a familiar or a way of speaking in here, you just need to have some form of check-in with me in this office. You can delegate it, but you need to have some form of check-in.
Thank you.
I give her armor and the sword. I know the sword is magical, but we never identified it, so I'm just gonna give her the sword. Right? And I even give her an extra 500 gold. And I go, you're gonna be weak these next couple days. I'll subtract that. Rest up. Eat. Indulge yourself. You would only live once. Well, in your case, twice.
Thank you. She stands up and stumbles her way out of here, and she'll just look back. Question. This
Yes.
is Spalding, correct?
Yes.
Is there a brothel nearby?
I give them the directions to Mahadi's
Yep.
area.
The Hook District.
Listen, you
Yeah.
only live once, and she came back to life. She's getting hers. So she starts heading off to the brothel.
Name first. And I pull out the contract that I initially gave her, and I have her in front of her for her to sign. You are able to put in a request, though, as someone who's making a request, or as someone who was making this contract. You can ask for youth, fortune, glory, talent, or freedom.
Freedom.
Okay.
And my name is Fenadral Venge.
Benadryl Dredge. Okay.
She will sign the contract and find her
Cool.
way over to the brothel.
Cool. That's it. Oh, look at Genesis. This is what I do. So
Okay.
you can choose to continue to be my leash and try to pull that in, but it doesn't stop with that person.
Reese, I'm not your leash. You are your own leash. I can't make you do anything that you don't want to do. I can just stand here and be a reminder. Just kind of a prompt to try to make a better choice, but ultimately the decision is yours what you want to do. I do have questions, as I am just
Yes.
curious. What was your reasoning behind picking her? Was it just because she was the only one that you could get whole out of the ice? Or was there a particular reason why you picked her specifically?
When I looked at her initially, I thought she was my daughter that has been missing. The daughter I don't know. And that small connection I had at that small concern I had made me feel a bit of. It made me feel a bit. Let's just go with that. And it's someone's daughter.
Yeah.
So that, and it's always good to invest in your future.
I get you. Do you mind that I'm a part of what you do now? Or do you mind letting me be a little bit of a part of this?
Outside of Samdi, right? It's very hard to find someone in the same boat that has the same purviews. So it's nice to have someone see it.
Well, please understand that I really don't have much of an emotional attachment one way or the other in regards to, I suppose, good or bad. I understand morally right versus wrong, but I take things on a case-to-case basis. Personally, I make my decisions based on what is best for my group.
Okay.
Not necessarily what is best for necessarily what is right or wrong, good or bad, I guess. And I'm more of an analytical mind and not very much of an emotional mind when it comes to the group.
Okay.
So,
Emotions are something that are powerful, so it's good that you at least have them in check.
I know that I seem kind of bit of a wild card. I don't know the word. I'm a bit nutty sometimes, but um, just having fun.
Which is good. Let's
So
get back to everyone before people start wondering if I killed you in some random alley.
sounds good. I would like to get back to my blanket fort anyway.
Okay, I suppress the change, so I went back to Reese.
Yeah, it's good. You better tuck that in, because people might get a little freaked out.
The horns, the horns, the wings. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that eye thing, man.
Never go
you
full
gotta,
devil.
Because you got that weird eye, right? When you go.
Yeah,
when,
one of
yeah,
my
one of
eyes
your
are bigger.
eyes. Yeah, you tuck that in. Just.
It is what it is. Let's go.
Alrighty. So, you guys head on back. Everyone else, you've been relaxing for a little bit and get to your own respective areas where you wish to sleep, slumber, and relax. And I think we're going to go ahead and take our break now, everybody. And when we come back, it's time for y'all to go devil hunting.
Let's go fuck up.
We're back, everybody. So, where last we left off, the party had ran a couple of errands within Spalding. Reese had brought a woman back to life, granting her a second opportunity, and Genesis made a pillow fort. After which, everybody decided to go to sleep. Morning rolls around, and you see this archmage down in your dining hall, Reese, explaining to your butler how to properly poach and season his eggs, down to the number of seconds you are supposed to fry the egg on its one side. You see your butler is restraining from killing this man, or attempting to, as you walk down. And, of course, I need you to strain the orange juice after you prepare it. Be sure that it is squeezed and not twisted. When you twist it, you might get extra droppings of pulp or seeds into the juice, and I do not want any pulp or seeds.
I would like some orange juice with some pulps and some seed in it, please. Thank you.
Very well, I will prepare 2 things of orange juice.
All pulp, no juice.
I feel like this is all
Just oops, all pulp.
That sounds like a ska band. All pulp, no juice.
That's the way Cornwallis drinks it.
Oh, good. You're the other half.
Yes. I'll take all the pulp he squeezed out of the other guys.
So, are all of you prepared to make your descent into Avernus?
We never said Avernus.
I know, I'm just making a joke because I had an opportunity to say that.
Okay.
No,
He's
we're going to
been
make a
struck-
descent into the hollow.
I was gonna say, he's this man reading our minds. Like, uh-oh.
He's been struck by divine providence. He now
Yeah.
knows our end goal.
The memes always reveal.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll be prepared in like a little bit. Just letting them get up, eat their breakfast.
Go.
I look at anyone with an earring and be like, "Can you guys earring Monkey since he was at the forge last night?"
I think I would have been with him.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah, and
regroup.
Glenn has my earring anyway.
Yeah, I gave it to you. I gave his earring to you.
Oh, did you give it back? I thought you took
No,
it.
no. I gave it to Reese. I took it
that's
from you
right.
and gave it to Reese.
Oh, I thought I gave it back to you because there's no point in me having it. Oh, this is awkward.
Don't have to use your sending for everything.
I'm not. Well, I mean that
I
requires me to walk.
contact
though.
everyone with the earrings. Done.
Thank
Good.
you.
I kind of see Reese's belly starting to get a little bit bigger over time, like Somdi's, because he gets lazy from not wanting to.
I don't
go.
eat food though.
Oh, that's true.
I only ever eat your good berries.
That's
when
a
I'm
choice. That's a choice, man.
Reese skips leg day because he doesn't want to walk.
I do have very thin legs. Very, very thin calves. Like the opposite of what Bart's are. That's what mine are.
At this point, we should give you disadvantage on dex checks, honestly. Just
Yeah, I don't think that the wings aid me in my dex checks, so that's
you
why
ain't got
they
no
don't have
legs,
disadvantage.
Lieutenant Diane.
Oh, no.
Anyways.
Use a reverse triangle, an upside down triangle.
Jeez.
An upside down.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they know what time to be here. I'll send a runner
All right, runner for who? Sorry, I was laughing.
for Monkey.
Okay.
Get like some random peasant on the street, right? Hey, you go
You.
to the forge.
Yeah.
You go to the forge. Go get, and I give them the directions to the forge. Tell them to head to the Spalding Manor for a meeting. Once you're done, come back here, and I'll pay you.
How much?
I'll give you 5 silver.
Fuck yeah! And he takes off running. Let me guess, you had 5 silver.
I don't know. I just said 5 silver. I just not have some silver.
Get rid of this
Go ahead.
change.
Yeah.
Just throws it at him.
594 silver. So yeah, it's not an issue.
Okay. So, Monkey, you hear very loud knocking and slamming on the church.
I'll go and open the door. Yeah.
You look down at a peasant boy. Oi, Mr. Rich Boy with the fancy yard wants you over at his... I should have gotten his name. He wants you over there.
Gotcha. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'll tip him a gold.
Oh, thank you. He takes it and runs back.
Freaking lucky day.
Next haircut's on me. Just come back here.
A haircut? I suppose. Sure. And he runs back to Reese.
And I'll let Minotaur do it. I always forget his name. The player forgets his name, not
Yeah,
Monkey.
yeah,
You know, comp that guy a haircut. Blah 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 blah. Okay.
Pound the copper on the orphan.
Whenever
We're gonna play a
whenever the
little
orphan
game.
comes back.
No. The fucking urn full of copper.
Just give him the whole urn. If you carry this, you deserve it. Just
We're gonna come back like half of us are dead from hell, and we're just gonna see the orphan made like 5 feet in the time span.
I invested into a new form of currency. They called it Doge.
Doge. Whenever they keep coming back.
Alright,
even
we
if
gotta
it's
kill him.
silver.
Get it while it's hot.
Alrighty. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
but Brother Glenn, we got our dojo in the works. We need to start working on some currency.
Yeah, money will come by. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, thinking to something that people can exchange for. Hey, we'll talk about it later.
Hand out coupons when you get a haircut.
No, it's not going to be Electrum. That's a different campaign. I'm not touching that.
Finally. That's all I ask.
I was just thinking of like a coins with monkey on one face and
We'll do the
Glenn on
coupons
the
with
other.
we'll do coupons with the stamps on it. So once you get 10 stamps, your next haircut's free.
oh, that's good. I like that. We'll start small. We'll start there. That's perfect.
Jesus Christ.
Alrighty then. So, you all gather up together. Samdi, you wait patiently and plane shift everybody to the hollows.
Yeah. Just the fucking taxi service to these people.
I know. Nobody
And
even
we
asked
love
how
you.
your morning was.
And we love you for it, Zombie.
Everyone's always so impatient as well. They don't give me a minute.
Like,
I
what
gave
about
you my
your
pawn.
poached eggs?
I gave you my pawn.
Every time we almost every time I've ever like plane shifted people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got to do this in the other dimension." Sandy, do it. And it's just like, it's a once per day.
All right, Sweeney. So, the Archmage goes over to you, Genesis. All right. So, it's very simple to use this. And he presses his hands together, and you feel like a warping around them. And when he pulls it out, you see that there's a sizable bead that's just black with some swirling gold inside of it. Take this. When you're ready to cast the spell, you shatter it in your hand. Just squeeze very hard. Don't let it get shattered before then, or else it casts the spell immediately. And the spell only lasts for about an hour. Okay. Now, Reese, I suppose we are now completely even, correct? Oh, I should probably also mention that you need to be concentrating on the spell for it to stay there. Okay?
Okay. But if she were to cast if they were to cast a spell, right, that requires concentration, could they cast it on that area that they can see before it blinks out?
Yes, you do not lose your concentration until the point at which you cast the spell. So long as you are observing the location and you keep it within your mind's eye, you should be perfectly capable of making that transition quickly.
Okay.
Is Arcane Gate concentration?
I think it is.
I don't remember.
It's a wall of text, I know that. Oh, no, yeah, it is concentration. Yeah, so
That's what I was asking.
you are going to have to roll a perception check when the time comes, Genesis, to
Oh.
time it perfectly.
Oh. Good. Where am I gonna hold on to this until I gotta use it? Cause I don't want to mush it.
Just your pocket.
Yeah, just put it in your pocket.
It is
Yeah, but what if I mush it in my pocket?
You know, you
Don't.
can put it. Yeah.
And what was the
Oh.
spell that he did? He did that too.
Arcane Eye.
Arcane Eye. Okay.
Okay.
Dunomancy
Oh,
wizards are ridiculous.
Genesis, you're a level 14 warlock. You're fine.
All right.
You know, just don't accidentally drop it.
Dink, 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 dink.
It does require some force to break, so.
Monkey looks into his pocket. He has it in his hand. Fuck.
Did you just pickpocket it from me?
It's a condition. He has it as a
We're here to stage an intervention.
Alrighty. So, everybody, plane shift away. Head on over to the Hollows, where the Collector is sitting there waiting for you all.
Did Kat ever get back to me? Because that was the whole reason we were waiting.
Oh, yes. She got permission for it, but they don't want it to be a public display location. They'll have a private display location instead, so that you're not advertising to sociopaths and psychopaths that want to stand over a grave of somebody who's suffocating to death.
Okay. I'm assuming that she sent like a runner, right?
Yeah.
That with the paperwork. That way we have proof. 'Cause I
That
would've asked for
same
Okay.
orphan boy.
proof. Hey,
Here you go.
I think you should make a mail service called Orphan Uber, right? It's all based on.
I already invested in a
Delivery.
sign.
There you go, kid.
We'll
Very
run
honest.
for money.
How do you feel about magic?
I don't.
I look at the Archmage. How much does it cost to send someone to school?
No. My academy only accepts people that have an exceptional talent and predisposition towards magic.
I look at the kid. You have no magic at all, do you? Well, I tried.
Oh, I can
Also-
do this. He holds a coin in his hand, and then he closes his hand and opens it, and it's gone. Of course, all of you proficient in perception saw he rolled it between his fingers, and it's just behind his hand.
Amazing. I clap. That's great. You need to come spend more time at the temple. That was phenomenal.
Before my pa died, he warned me about people like you.
Pause.
I don't know who the creepy uncle is.
I'm doing this for you, Xempti.
Here you go, kiddo. If you ever are looking for work and we're in town, you're always welcome to swing by here.
Absolutely.
I could always use runners.
I'm a good runner. I should get myself some wheels on my shoes. And he goes running.
Those are
Okay.
illegal.
I have
I
no
like-
idea who that kid was.
I like that kid. He'll be back.
I
Give him
forgot
quite
his
the-
name.
Give him quite the payday. He'll be back.
As I'm readying a mind sliver in the distance.
The kid just collapses. God damn, Samdi. Anyways. So, everybody,
Yep.
plane shift
already-
away.
Yeah, already detected that fucking spell.
So,
Okay.
you're all here now. Did you get my signature?
I show him the paperwork.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You tireless. Well, if that is the case, call upon me the day of, and I shall make an appearance.
How?
I shall appear.
Makes sense. You want to just say, "Hey, collector"? and just-
No,
just
you
pop up?
send me a. You have the spells. I know you do. You
Okay.
send me a message, and I'll fucking show up.
Oh, he got really unprofessional. Really.
Done with those.
He's lost his collective.
How are you gonna do this, motherfucker?
You fucking idiot.
He's been calm and cool and collected up until this moment. He's had it with her shit. Okay. I appreciate your help. We will be utilizing your rift now.
I suggest, since I am incapable of interacting with these things, that you all leave behind a familiar to open and close the portal on this side.
I look at Glenn. I could leave something, but it only stays alive for an hour.
Hey, you should have got an hour.
I'll pull it. I guess I'll snap my fingers. Hooligan, come
Ooh.
to my shoulder. All right, Hooligan, listen up. It's not a difficult task, but it might be a little bit complex for you. But I need you to keep this gate operative.
You.
Yes, you. Exactly. Exactly, Hooligan. No shenanigans. Okay, he's got the idea. I'm on vacation.
He's incredibly confused at what you want him to do.
Bird, pull a lever. when we
And he
tell
pulls the
you.
lever.
Jeez.
So he can do it. So that's good, right?
I
suggest
suggest
enough
you
for me.
outline specifically what you want it to do.
Okay. So what exactly we want him to?
When we want to jump through the portal, make him pull the lever when we say a command word or something. It's a smart enough bird, ain't it?
Think so?
Now that it has an actual job to perform, it will know. And yes, it is
Operate this incredibly complex portal system
Yeah, it pulls
versus
the lever.
pull lever.
Yeah. Pull the lever and pull it back and pull it when we tell you.
Perfect.
All right. You guys ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, God.
Now, last time you were all here, you did see that this portal stood in the middle of his tower, suspended in air. So when you come through, presumably, you're going to be falling.
Grab the rope that's still hanging there.
I hand you
Probably
guys
isn't.
I
Oh
hand
no, they
whoever needs
cleaned.
it. Yeah, I hand whoever needs it the broom.
I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need
Yeah.
it. I'll ride it like a surfboard.
I'll spend a single sorcery point to have flight for a minute.
Perfect.
Can I have my boots on?
Yep.
Okay.
I think the
Unless
only
you
one that's
stayed
screwed
otherwise,
is
I
Monkey.
thought you had the boots on.
No,
Okay.
monkey
I
has
don't know if I
cloud.
have.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, so you're probably always wearing your boots. The boots give you you can use them at will, and it counts down how long of flight you have each time you use it. But
Yeah.
it's like it pretty much gives you.
It's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
You're
ridiculous.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
All right, now Cornwallis, you are the only one who doesn't have some way of.
Cornwallis and Monkey.
I'll figure it out when I get through there.
He's gonna
Corn-
tippy tip.
Cornwallis can Misty Step. I don't know what Monkey's gonna do.
You have cloud.
You have
Oh,
cloud.
Cloud! Frick. I forgot about Cloud. Thank you guys.
Like the whole fucking Monkey King situation, you forget one of the key parts of it.
Cornwallis is gonna tippy tap his way through like he always does.
I'll figure it out when I get through. I'll figure out something.
Are you sure? Do you want it? Because I can as long as I'm running, I can climb and scale stuff. If you want the route.
I can now climb walls and ceilings. I'll be fine.
All right, perfect.
And I can teleport.
I
So-
could have also
Teleport.
carried Glenn.
Gonna
Would
cast all my
Cornwallis
stuff
even
now.
be able to fly on the broom?
It has a maximum weight capacity, doesn't it?
Yes. That's
Yeah, I think I'm over the
like
weight capacity. of the room.
500.
Yeah.
It's,
Or I'm
it's-
close.
I can look it up. It normally has a 40 feet movement speed. If it's at a specific, it's at 30. And if it has more than that, it can't do it.
Yeah, I
Mm.
move faster than the broom.
Yeah. What do you want, man? It's meant for long distance traveling. That's it.
It's meant for witches.
Yeah.
I got it. Room of flying.
Yeah, it can carry up to 400 pounds. but its flying speed becomes 0, right? Well, if it has carrying, yeah, so
Okay.
Oh,
up to
speed of
40
50
pounds.
feet. Okay.
50, yeah.
So, Cornwallis, as you go through, I do need you to give me an athletics check so that you can jump through the portal and try to grab onto the railing, because it is suspended in the middle of the room, in the middle of the tower, hundreds of feet up. Wow.
I kind of imagine like in Star Wars, the first real one, episode 4, where he has to go in. There's that long spiky thing, and they have has to swing over. Oh, anyway, it doesn't matter. We'll talk about it later.
So
If I don't make it, I have other options.
you
so.
have other options. Okay, good, because you don't succeed.
I'll miss
Can
step
I-
to the closest place.
Okay.
Okay. You begin
All right.
falling as you kind of reach and then bloop, bloop, right onto the stairs. Everybody, I need you to roll me stealth checks.
Come on, baby.
I did cast Pass Without a Trace
Oh, sweet.
before we went in, because that lasts for an hour.
Let me stealth this. I'm not gonna.
17, 30, 40,
Oh,
33,
post.
33,
There's no 4 on that.
20,
Actually, you know what? Yeah, add the 4 on that.
6. Is that everybody who's rolling for Bart? Somebody, right?
Oh, I should be. Second time I have to do this. God damn it.
Yep, disadvantage.
I think it's already factored in.
Yep.
16.
Plus 16. Divided by 7 comes out to a group average of 28.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All
We're
right.
so sneaky.
Can only thank Cornwallis for this.
Yeah.
Literally 10 of that is him.
Yeah.
So,
40 helped.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, 40 did help, indeed.
so
I rolled well for once.
You did.
as you all appear within Avernus, you see the tower that you are inside of. The Tower of Yep, over here, thank you. As you all find your way over to the stairwell to get out of sight, you do hear the familiar grinding sound of one of these chainsaw devils from down below. You know you're going to have to be moving, but you're all being incredibly careful as you are doing so. You don't think you're probably going to be able to find a moment of peace as these devils seem to be patrolling. And the tower is open, as it is meant to be, you know, not a place that people hide, but a place people gather. It's more tactical this way. But you all begin maneuvering around to stay out of the line of sight of these devils down below. After a few minutes, you begin to catch a rhythm, where although you are on the move, slowly, you are evading them. I would like a survival check from one of you to see if you can piece together a bit of information here.
Got it. Well, unless somebody else wants to do it.
Let's say it. Well, I'll take lead.
Okay.
I don't know what your survival is, but mine is 14.
Yeah, that's higher than mine. I have a 9, but I can add a d6, so that's it.
So, Cornwallis, you count a total of 4 of these chainsaw devils. Imps, an immeasurable number of them. Luckily, only about 2 of them seem to be inside the tower. And when you get to that main showroom that all of these problems began happening inside of, you notice that it is completely vacant and empty. A couple of wayward souls seem to be positioned, working off their servitude that they have to give. You believe that he probably has to be somewhere else. Somewhere that you can't easily get to. But you're at least now knowledgeable that there are a total of 4 of these chainsaw devils.
So by somewhere else, do you mean I think he's not in the tower at all, or is it a different part of the...
Different part.
Okay. Okay. I can probably find him, but in order to do that, I'm going to have to drop the ability that makes us stealthier. So it's probably best if this is where we split.
Well, should we... There's 4 of them near here, so we should probably get somewhere and then drop.
Do we just want to keep heading deeper in then?
Yeah. When do we want to let Genesis crush that orb?
Yeah, because she'll have an hour to explore, and then
They have an hour, right?
they have an hour to explore, and hopefully can find us the right path.
So are we just going to send Genesis Orb on their own? I thought Genesis Orb was going with me. Maybe I misunderstood what the plan was.
No, that makes sense. I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just thinking we could get somewhere that we can hide, drop it, and then you guys can go explore with the...
I'll try and find a room or something off the path so I can put everybody in it.
Okay. There's not really an off... Oh, okay.
What if you remember how you... Oh no, that was the gate.
Because I remember there was rooms before when we got closer to the audience chamber.
Yeah, and didn't we teleport down here and
Yeah,
then...
down.
So,
yeah.
you can't find any places that are rooms meant for privacy. You can, Cornwallis, express the path that these devils are traveling to communicate to everybody else how they can best stay out of sight of them. You've discerned their route. They're doing a routine route. They're on a set path. So you can tell your allies how to stay in front of them in this path.
Okay. Then I'll do that.
But you cannot find an offshoot room that is just free.
So someone will have to keep Genesis with them, because Genesis is going to be blind to anything but what they can see through the arcane eye.
Correct.
So, like Monkey or somebody's probably going to have to carry Genesis.
Do the boots give you hover? Is that fly? Is it just fly speed or is it hover too?
It's fly, not hover.
Damn it!
Yeah.
Can't like
Can you
tow her around like on a rope.
Can you put Genesis on the broom and tow the broom, or pull the broom
We can make that. We can do that.
with them on it?
Yeah, I think that works.
Just clutch really tight, Genesis to the broom.
Okay.
Hey.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna upcast Enhance Ability at level 4. I'm gonna target me, so I'm a selfish ass. Bardakov, Samdi. Let's go with Cornwallis just to be on the safe side. I'll upcast it to 5 and hit Genesis with it too. So the only one that shouldn't have it is Monkey, because I trust Monkey's stealth.
And Glenn.
And Glenn, because you both are
Yeah.
stealthy.
Okay. So you're casting that spell. Cornwallis, you're casting a new spell. And Genesis, you're crushing the orb, which counts as casting a spell, correct?
Yeah, I'm subtle casting though, so...
Okay, that does not break your stealth then.
Okay.
Yep. Everyone else who's casting a spell, Genesis, breaking the orb counts as casting a spell. You do have to re-roll your stealths.
Okay. And then, so did you make Dex advantage for us, Reese?
Yes.
Okay.
That way you guys have advantage on stealth.
So Genesis, you can roll your stealth flat instead of with disadvantage.
How do I do that? Do I?
Just click on it and we'll choose. Joey will just take the first one.
Yep.
Oh.
Well, that is not good.
Okay. And Cornwallis, you're breaking off, correct? To
Yes.
go look? Okay.
I'm a
With
lucky
the
on
eye.
Genesis.
Okay. Genesis, you are lucky.
Reroll. Eh. It is what it is.
Okay. So, Cornwallis, your 20 is yours.
Right.
Genesis, 9. Samdi, 6. Or that would be Bart is 6. Glenn, 16. Monkey, 23. And Reese, you were 23 as well, right?
Yes. Those are the
mean,
ones.
can I just re-roll my stealth again? Just do something, because I think I could do better than what I currently have.
Cast a spell.
I mean, sure. You have to cast a spell or something to, like, break your stealth.
I cast minor illusion.
There you go. Okay.
So.
You know what? Let's just fucking make this easier. Everybody re-roll your spells then.
Fuck.
No!
You ruined it, Glenn. You ruined it.
Soiled it.
But hey, now everybody pretty much has, like, their advantages and shit. Okay.
Does that mean I didn't need?
Oh no,
pop the subtle
Genesis, your
cast?
re-roll was already re-rolled. Actually, no. This is, oh my god, this is becoming stupidly complicated for fucking stealth check.
I'll tell you what. Just to make it easier, since we're re-rolling, just give him back the subtle cast, and then I'll just do the re-roll.
Sure.
Okay. Just make it easy for you.
Yeah. All right, 17, 9, 9,
19.
27, 19, 14. Did you get Bart in there, Samdi?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was 17.
6. Okay. Divided by 6 is a group average of 16 now. Which is only slightly worse than you would have had just from losing the Pass Without Trace. And Cornwallis, you're your own 20.
Right.
Moving away.
And I'm casting Locate Creature.
Okay. Describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. Oh, you're familiar with
Baron
it now.
Pote.
It requires the full legal name.
You cast the spell, and you immediately get a ping that he is within 1,000 feet from you. Genesis, you crush the orb, and as you do so, you feel like your mind, your eyes and sight and everything kind of moves away from you as a invisible eye appears that you begin controlling and focusing on. When it appears, you feel this strange sensation at the back of your head. You know you have to concentrate on this, but you begin having it follow after Cornwallis, invisibly, seeing everything through it. You can still hear from your physical body, but all of your sight is through this arcane eye. You follow after Cornwallis. Cornwallis, you sense his location. Seems to be above you. There has to be some type of pathway up there.
So, am I like at the top of the stairs and it's just walls straight up? Or...
You're at the top platform where the party was.
Right.
And it's telling you above you by a pretty good margin, but you haven't found any staircase or anything like that to the top of this
But
tower.
is it open air or am I in, like, still within the walls?
Oh, there are walls that you're kind of like sleuthing around, but there is open segments that you could climb out and scale up if you desire.
All right, then I will just climb out and I'll just scale up the outer walls.
All right, let me check his passive. Ooh. You got real lucky, Cornwallis. Tiebreakers go in favor of the aggressor.
He's got a good passive.
High passive.
Yeah, of course. So, I'll bring the two of you over to this map. Cornwallis, Genesis. You're climbing up from the side, so I'll place you over onto the side. Genesis, keep in mind this is your eye, not him. Not you. The two of you, the eye and Cornwallis, begin climbing and scaling up to the top of this ledge. When you look over, you see Baron Pote is standing over what appears to be a trough of some kind. Inside of the trough, you hear chewing and gnawing sounds as he seems to be dumping unnecessary or necessary organs and meat of various types into it. As you get up here, you also can see that there appears to be these 5 large pools of fire. They seem to be engulfing, and when they spew upwards, you actually see it's not just fire, but it's lava that is doing that, as he appears to be working and mixing this trough together with these gnawing sounds inside of it. As he is up here doing this, you do see from one of his teleportations, or one of his hexagrams, that a... Which type of devil is this again?
She-devil.
Barb Devil seems to appear. Walks over to Baron Pote and begins telling him something. Do either of you have the ability to read lips?
No, I don't think so. There's a specific feat for that, right?
Correct.
And I don't think me or Genesis have it.
Alrighty. Seems to be telling the Baron something, and the Baron seems to grow a little annoyed because of that. You may roll an insight check. Both of you.
That I
Oh,
have.
baby.
God damn,
Yeah.
Cornwallis.
Nat 20, baby.
Get them all out of the way now.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it now before combat.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for Genesis. That's an 18
Yeah.
on the die.
So, Genesis. The annoyance is very clear on his face. It's not very difficult for you to glean that. Seems a little bit more than just an inconvenience has bothered him. Cornwallis, you see a slight tension in his posture. A slight growth to his peripheries that kind of causes you to drop down a little bit. Whatever that devil just expressed to him has made him a bit more alert, a bit more on edge.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the eye and point at it, and then I'm gonna point to attempt to point somewhere in like this general area behind Pote. Then hope Genesis understands what that means. And then I'm going to turn invisible, and I'm gonna crawl over to here
Okay.
on the other side. I'm assuming this is a pillar.
It is.
Yeah.
As you get over there, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Another one of those soul-sucking pillars.
God damn!
Nice. God damn.
So who did you suck off to get this?
You don't want the answer to that, Somni.
Well, now I'm jealous. Anyways,
It was a developer for Roll20.
as you get within that close proximity, you feel the radiating heat from this large pool of magma that is just constantly lifting off, and it is so much more intense. You squeeze your mouth shut as you suffer 14 points of fire damage on a success.
Well, so much for those temporary hit points I just added to my...
Well, but at least you had them.
Oh, yeah.
And now you know. It seems if you get a little too close to these little troughs of fire, it's gonna fucking hurt.
That's good to know.
So I assume you like maneuver sideways to have it at
Yeah.
your back instead of half your body.
Yes.
So Genesis, did you understand what Cornwallis tried to convey?
I believe that I am to cast the Arcane Eye in the point that he
You're
pointed at.
You're currently using the Arcane Eye.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the gate. The
Yes.
gate.
Okay.
Sorry.
So this is the time where you're gonna have to cast it, which means you're gonna have to roll me your perception check.
Alright.
You're inspired and you didn't use your game advantage yet.
Okay, so do I say right now that I want to use my game advantage?
That is
Is
correct.
that what you're saying?
If you
Okay,
want to, or you
I
can
would
save
like to
it.
use my game advantage.
Okay. Add your D10. Oh wait, no, you can hold on to the inspiration if you're comfortable with
minutes.
17.
I don't know if I don't know if a 17 is good or not.
17 is fairly good. It's not
we're-
exceptional. It's fairly
We're gonna
good.
do the D10.
All right.
That was the right call.
It was. The DC was 20. I just didn't want to take your decision making
Autonomy,
away.
I understand, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the
You're good. So, in the briefest of moments with all of you standing there, you watch as Genesis kind of tilts their head to the side and summons forth the magic from within their blades to place a gate directly in front of each of you that connects in a 10-foot radius, correct? How big is it?
They rolled it earlier. Yeah, it's 10 foot. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, 10 feet in diameter.
Okay. So that's about right. Genesis, you can control this and place it where you want. This is going to be your gate.
okay.
All right.
That's where you want it?
Yeah.
All right. You place your gate there, opening one up in front of you here and one up there, and you're dispelled from the arcane eye, kind of like feeling a slightly woozy at first, but then immediately kicking in. All right, guys. I'm going to bring everybody over onto this map.
Jump 'em!
Can I use a bonus action before I jump in through?
Gonna make yourself
Unfortunately,
big.
you were not made aware of anything. If Genesis conveyed it, yes.
Well, yeah, I was. My plan was to always use a bonus action before going, because we're going to be going right into combat. My assumption.
Yeah. That's
And-
what we're
yeah.
doing. Okay.
Yeah.
So what were you
So
trying
I just
to
wanted,
do? What?
I just wanted to do a bonus action and invoke my hill rune, where that gives me resistance before I jump through, because I don't know what's on the other side.
Oh, you could do that on your turn. The moment it appears is when combat happens. Because he's aware
okay.
something's here. You guys are aware that you're starting. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That distracted me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Everybody, roll me your initiative. Your first steps onto this map is going to be over here. Okay?
As a heads up, you guys that are enhanced ability have advantage on initiative.
Oh.
Because it's a dex check.
Correct.
And Joey, where did you say our first steps were? I missed
Right
the
here
little-
on this circle here.
Okay, that's right.
That's 3 nat 20s in a row, Cornwallis.
Cornwallis, I was joking earlier. Did you or did you not?
I told you you don't want the answer to that.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on, let me double check. Yeah, Bart got us as well. All right.
4, so 22. We love 22.
You know it's all nat ones now that we've entered combat. I did everything.
Okay, so 28.18. Again, as a reminder, if you have Cat's Grace, you have advantage on the initiative as well. So,
I believe that was
All right.
Genesis, Cornwallis.
Everyone
Zombie.
but me and you, man.
yeah.
My initiative rolls have sucked most of the last
So-
half of this campaign.
My mind, I was like, oh yeah, they don't need it. They're Dex kings, right? I for some reason thought you had Dex as a proficient or stealth as a proficiency.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Ironically enough, Monkey's not proficient in stealth. I am.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that works.
It's all right. It's good.
Santi's a skulker. He just isn't very good at it.
Alrighty. Well, Reese, you're first up. Remember, you're going to have to spend, I'd say, 10 feet of movement to get yourself into one of the squares where it's purpley. One of the inner 4 squares.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go into the where does the portal pop out at? Is it right here?
Mental of
Right there. That's, this one of
Okay.
those 4 purpley ones.
Mental
So we'll
inspiration.
pop up. So
God
I'm gonna,
damn, let him make his own decisions, fuck.
Let me. Yeah, I gotta think. I'm gonna do a mantle, right? First things first, I'm gonna mantle everyone,
Okay.
right? It's gonna be everyone but myself. So, and
Don't you get
Cornwallis.
included?
'Cause I can't see
on the
Cornwallis. No, it's up to 5 people.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So anybody who would like can use their reactions to move through the portal.
So it's literally everyone but me and Cornwallis.
Glenn would use his. I mean, portal's up, so we're
Yep.
going through, right?
Move yourself over there.
I will use my inspiration as well to
So that's 10 feet.
pop in and immediately move away.
Inside of the purpley bits.
Yeah, sorry.
Yep, when you appear, you're in the purpley bits. Then you can keep moving. Just
Yeah, which is
So I still have 40 feet then.
10 feet. 10 feet.
Let anyone move first. What about Bart?
Oh, yeah, Bart will probably move through as well.
Yes, Glenn, thank you for taking the stairs. The platform is raised 15 feet high, so unless you have
I
a climb
noticed it.
speed,
Stairs.
yes.
Leave witness. Be appreciative, Glenn. You're in the aura.
I'm just waiting to see
Oh,
when
thanks.
everyone's done moving.
Alright.
Okay, so everyone's done
Wait,
moving then?
Monkey
Oh,
is measuring.
oh yeah,
Then-
yeah.
Yeah, almost done. Oops. Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Alright.
I popped through.
Boop.
I'm going to, do I see Cornwallis?
What was his stealth?
Wallace is invisible, and
I don't
is
see
that it's
shit.
Stealth
I don't
voice.
see shit.
I don't see shit. I say, hello, Baron. We're gonna have a conversation. And I'm going to cast as an action. Where's it at? Where the fuck? Why can't I find it? Oh yeah, there it is. Bestow Curse. I'm gonna use an meta magic to extend it.
Okay.
Nice spell.
Yeah, it's good if it hits.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Alright, what's the save? Wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom.
Alright, he has advantage. 22.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'll let it happen. So, I tried. And I go. I mean, we're gonna have a very long conversation as I'm gonna move right here. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, right there. I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. I do have dynamic lighting on this map, correct?
No.
Oh, let me turn that on real quick. It's daylight mode at least, but light.
I'm enjoying looking at the chains of hell though underneath.
Thank you.
I'm assuming that's all gonna go away right
Those
now.
are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. They've turned into squares.
Oh yeah, this changes everything. I want to be right here then. There he is.
Yeah,
5,
sorry, I
10,
forgot. I had to have these things on. These pillars are tall.
20. Yeah, right there would be how I would end it. Cool. Oh, yeah, I went over by 1. There it is. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Well then, Reese, at the end of your turn, Baron Pote is going to turn over towards you. You are such an insignificant pain in my ass.
Yeah, and you're fat.
And he is going to raise one of his hands. Choose. Reese is over there. Yeah. Oh, nobody's standing. To his knowledge, nobody is standing next to any of the fire. So this one right here is going to. Oh, it moved. Shoot
I
out.
was like, oh no, it moved.
Shoot out a large splurge of magma in a cone that geysers and slams in a 10-foot radius. Measurement tool. Radius. Yep. Glenn,
Oh, nice.
Reese, Bart. Bart is immune, of course. Fire. It's not hellfire, it's just fire. But Glenn and Reese, both of you need to give me dexterity saving throws.
Sweet.
Success, success. So that is 28 points of fire damage, halved down to 14. Yeah, Glenn, you take none. But Reese, you get hit with a
Brushes my
14.
shoulder.
Make sure
Oh.
you give me a con save to maintain concentration. Oh, you tried casting a bestow curse, so their spell is gone.
Yeah, they're gone. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. You're not concentrating on anything then.
And it hits my temporary HPs from false life.
Nice. All right, next up, Cornwallis.
Surprise, mother.
I've been here the whole time. I'm just gonna shoot at him.
Okay.
I look over it. That's where he is. Okay.
See, told you I used it all.
18 against him. Misses.
Do you have advantage because you're surprised?
I don't.
Or you're
think he's-
invisible to him?
I was not in my. The invisibility ends at the start of my turn.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't know. I was hidden though. I guess that is
You
a fair
were
point.
hidden. You were in. Yeah, you have advantage on that one.
Okay.
So 25.
Yes.
Yeah, that hits.
I do not like the hesitation.
Wowie.
Nice.
Yep. So 29 force damage.
And then my second
Oh,
attack.
dear. That was very minor.
That was 29 worth.
25 to hit again,
That hits.
and 14 more damage.
Nice.
I'm gonna teleport back to here.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Very good.
After my turn.
All right. End of your turn, there's going to be another geyser over here. And because you're standing next to the ledge, Cornwallis, it's going to shoot the fire over at you at disadvantage. You have your dex save at disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you only have one way to dodge.
Makes sense. 18.
Quick,
18
tactically fall down the stairs.
is just barely a success. So 28 down to 14.
Okay.
All right. Samdi.
Okie dokie. Just gonna remind myself I have 10 HP. I'm gonna scooch around so I can see him. I will quicken a mind sliver to test the waters.
What's that? Intelligence save?
See.
Advantage.
DC 20.
He's good.
Alright, so 4 points. 4 points of damage.
He is not immune to psychic. You can see that.
I thought my sliver was saber suck.
Oh, that's fair. Actually, I'm used to non-things. I'm used to actual spells.
Yeah, it's a cantrip. So +4.
Yeah.
He might be immune to it.
Smart and wise.
Sacre bleu. I'm gonna do something I haven't done in ages. I'm going to Summon Aberration, level 4.
Oh, you're summoning a demon into Avernus.
An aberration.
Sloddy.
Oh, okay. Never. I forgot you're you. Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
me.
Place it on the map.
Where is the Baron? There he is. Hello.
I'm surprised
Actually,
you never
hold on.
changed that
Right
token to have like a top hat.
A top hat, right? Yeah, I was thinking top.
Yeah, just Somdi's hat on him.
No, my hat is my own. He gets a monocle.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. That would have been something I should have done, but I just never felt like it,
Ah, you should have done it. Anyways.
considering I was never. Yeah. Anyway, to explain, I quickened the casting of this. No,
Oh.
I quickened the other one. I casted this. I am running out of time. I'm freaking out.
He'll counterspell that.
Sacre bleu.
Ooh.
Does
that's
counterspell
rough,
resolve?
Buddy, no, it doesn't. I'm gonna counterspell his counterspell.
Okay, it's
damn it.
countered. We have to ask, does that resolve?
Yeah.
It's like a fucking game of Yuki.
I go, no.
No, 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 no. He smiles.
And-
Oh no.
All right.
Alright, so that's one of his down.
Yeah. With that, I will end my turn after I take another. Oh, hide behind the wall again. I'm gonna go right here, actually. Slutty takes his turn right after me. Hmm?
With my 5 words, I go, Samdi, I need you to keep eyes on him.
That's one thing I need you to.
Oh, Samdi, keep eyes on.
With my 5 words, I say 8 words.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
I will peek around the corner. Anyway, Slotty will take 2 attacks. Glenn, I assume, is flanking.
Pretty sure you have flanking from me. It's not one size
So
category.
here's a
large.
crit.
Ooh. Let's go.
That's 19 damage from that.
Are his attacks magical?
Yes,
Okay.
for he is magic. And it can't regain hit points until the start of the aberration's next turn.
Nice.
Oh, that's a neat one.
That's a good Baron.
27 for 13.
In our defense, Samdi hasn't sorcered in so long.
Right.
I've been a druid this entire time.
All
I
done?
love polymorph. What can I say?
Yeah, it's a good spell.
Yeah, I'll end my turn.
Alrighty. At the end of your turn, he is going to. Yeah.
By the way, the name of that song is called "Entrance of the Gladiators," which I always
Yes,
thought
it
was
is.
ironic.
It's hilariously good. Yeah, his last legendary action, he's just gonna swing with his infernal blade at you, Glenn.
All right, hit me.
26 hits.
Oh yeah, that hits.
As he draws out the blade, you see fire seems to lick off the bottom of it, but then he switches it to the other side as you see the flames begin to glow faintly with radiant energy. Slice right across you. That is going to be 20 points of slashing damage
Woo!
and 13 points of radiant damage.
33 total.
Yep.
So that's okay. Minus the temp health. That's 22
Okay.
total.
Glenn, because you
Yes.
are an undead, I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Fair. Let's go. I am in Bartora.
Yep.
Do I use it? You know what? I mean, it's an attack. Let's see. Shit. So
15?
15?
Are we sticking to 15?
I got nothing for that.
If anybody's doing anything, they have to declare so before I say if that is a failure or a success.
And we used our reactions to go through, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So,
Oh wait, no, I can't use game advantage. Never mind.
Nope.
That's it.
so 15 is a failure. As you are struck by his infernal blade striking up against you, you feel this radiant energy that courses through it, this blessing of Zariel that one of her commanders, her generals, commands. The fallen angel, the one that dispels evil across the realms, and your undead nature becomes terrified of him. You immediately... Wait, is this one the immediate one? No. On your next turn, you must spend your action to move as far away from him as possible.
Son of a bitch.
He turned you.
And now it is his turn. He'll step over to Bart. Shall we make things a little more interesting? I believe you're the only one here who could possibly ever threaten me. He is going to unleash 3 attacks with his infernal blade. Yaha! 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 22, 25, 16. Samdi, those hit Bart?
Yeah, safe to say. No, that's the Baron. Or Baronet. Bart.
The Baronet would be gone.
Yeah. The first 2 hit, the third one does not. Just
Okay.
barely.
So that is 20 slashing, 13 radiant, 20 slashing, 13 radiant.
So 40, 26.
Mm-hmm.
So 66.
Correct. And then,
Calculators.
after he
Emergency.
unleashes three attacks, he is going to cast Fireball.
Whoa.
I'm going to counter that.
Okay, it is countered.
You can cast spells as a bonus action. That's good to know.
He's an Eldritch Knight.
Eldritch Knights can't do that.
Nah.
Layer action.
I can do it with cantrips.
Cantrips, yeah.
He's an Eldritch Knight.
Bloop. You see the pentagrams he has, or the hexagram? 3, 4, 5, penta, 5. The pentagrams on the ground glow. This one was already standing here, but another one of his devils seems to be joining into the fight. It's only fair that I have allies as well, correct? Bart's turn.
Yeah, so blank with Glenn.
It's important to point out that Glenn is not currently threatening. He is
Isn't he?
dipping. He's turned. He's not threatening. He's like running.
All right,
beautiful.
then this will just work out how it's going to work out. Bonus action. Is it a bonus action? It is.
That's not a dick ruling, by the way, right? Because I kind of question it a little bit. Like, your turns, you're running. Like, that's your thing, right?
I can see it. I'm not arguing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it would make story-wise it makes sense.
I don't know if you guys know how the turn undead mechanic works, but if you hit me, I'll be fine. Just have to hit me.
There is a cleric and a paladin here. They know how it works.
I know what you're talking
There
about.
isn't
I
a
don't have any
paladin here. What the fuck
affinity.
are you talking about?
But anyways, so he's using his Vow of Enmity.
I see no other reason why.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
That is his vowed enemy. Fuck are you.
Oh, who's daddy gonna reward me for this? Anyway, jokes aside, unburnished heart. Attack once. That's a crit. I forgot to add advantage.
Yeah, you don't need it.
It's over. It's over.
No, it's
No,
not.
he
He's
has
a
legendary
creature.
resistances, but you get massive fucking damage. So read the
So,
burnished heart,
fine.
because he gets additional dice on top
Yeah,
of the crit,
3d6,
on top
so-
of the, I presume, smite he's about to do.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he wants to do the smite.
Well, on the bright
Uh,
side,
so
if he
yeah.
dies, can't be a witness on either side, I guess. So either way, it's a win.
I mean, worst case
Oops.
scenario. Worst case scenario, we end this campaign by crippling hell.
Yeah, we already have. All of this is fucked up.
All right, so get your
Five-
smite in there.
Yeah, 5d8s, I believe, considering he is in fact a fiend.
He is in fact a fiend.
So 10d8.
Uh-huh.
Where's the advanced roller? There it is.
Mhm.
10d.
Poor Bart's player.
Right.
Yeah.
Not here to see it. I mean, it's great. This is awesome. Story-wise, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's great that Somdi rolled. So good job. But it'd be nice if...
Here's the 10d8s
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Ooh.
plus 3d6.
You're off by 1 point. It's supposed to be 69. That's what he usually gets when he crits.
Oh, he
Plus
got
the
it.
18.
Yeah, so 18. So yeah, it's 6, 70, 86.
86.
Nice.
That's some pretty good damage. He looks hurt.
You know, this is just going to be a punching match between the two of them at this point.
Mhm.
And the second attack for the round. How
double
do I
smites.
turn on
Let's go.
advantage on this shit?
Does he have toggle at the top of his sheet?
It's always roll advantage, apparently.
Yeah, just turn that on.
Yeah, he's gonna always roll advantage to the vow that you did. So it
And
works
don't
out.
forget, you get 3. He's got Elven accuracy.
Yeah,
so-
it's supposed to be factored in there.
Find out right now.
Let's make
Yeah.
sure it's factored in there.
I think it is, if I remember.
It is not. Roll one more d20.
Yeah, just d20. There's something I'm not doing right.
26 hits.
26. You know what?
It's been a long time since I had to set up that macro, so I don't remember exactly how it works anymore.
Yeah, since I lost a 4th level spell slot. How many base dice do I get? Minus the fiend one?
2
First
base, 1 for fiend.
So I will make him. I want to keep a 4th level spell slot just in case. Do I? I don't want to kill him outright. So just a 2nd level one from the paladins for a total of 4d8s.
Cool.
So 29 extra.
Oh, yeah.
And then just imagining, what's that WWE, like Randy Orton slithering out when it comes to Genesis
Randy Orton.
joining the fight.
Da,
Anyway,
da,
with-
da, da.
I'm gonna make Bart just get up here so people can have access to it, and hopefully Genesis can flank with them.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, I have to finish reading the spell to see if that's the one he wants to use.
No fuck.
Remember, everyone, keep in mind, you can do, if you're in melee, you can call out non-lethal, and you just conk his ass out.
Well, I wasn't quite sure about the smites.
Yeah, I mean, me as a DM, I have the ruling that if you're smiting a guy, that's gonna be lethal. So
I've taken out someone by a spell before by accident.
yeah, spells and you can only do it with
Magic,
faith.
magic can't be non-lethal.
So, for his 2 legendary actions this turn, he is going to throw up a wall of light. Ignore that part.
Wall of light. It's the one that shoots lasers.
Setting
out.
up a homebrew character sheet is always a fucking hassle.
Yeah.
Apparently you can do it 3 times. Metagame knowledge. Oh, not the bear in it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I just
Oh,
noticed that.
that poor fucking Barb though. Oh, never mind. Okay then.
It's
There's
a wall.
two of them. This is getting out of hand. Huh? There's two of them.
All right, how many square feet is that again? It's vertical, 60 feet long, 10 feet high. Okay, so that's about as much as he can get out of that. Well, a little bit more, but yeah. Alrighty. So, everybody, when the wall appears, it shines this blinding light. When the wall appears, each creature in its area must make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, yeah, it's in the area. So
it's only Bart, or are we counting the light? Okay.
no, I'm adjusting it a little bit.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's a cool spell. I've used that one before.
It's a cage match. Oh. Oh god, we're getting diagonals in here.
Actually, wait. Nah.
Well, you have to. I think don't you have to choose it either horizontal, vertical, or diagonal?
Oh, it's one continuous line.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
It doesn't have to be one straight line, but it just has to stay connected.
I don't remember. I haven't seen that spell in a hot minute. I just remember I tried doing that before, making it to a square, and someone corrected me. I couldn't.
I think of it kind of like a wall of force, kind of.
Yeah, no, this one is not malleable. It is a continual.
Continual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horizontal, vertical, or yeah, it's.
Yeah, I made that mistake before. That's the only reason why I remember.
Nope.
I love it.
God, Reese.
Wow,
He's going to put it
hates
on the
me.
two of you. Reese, Bart, con saves.
Oh,
Well,
that's funny.
thankfully, they're both in Bart's aura.
God damn it,
Oh
stop
my
moving, you son of a
God.
bitch.
Let's do this. Normal. Conte.
I was low key hoping it would hit me,
Let's-
so I wouldn't have to be turned.
Let's lucky this. So I have one more lucky left.
Alright, that's good. God,
So 13, Reese. Alrighty, well
Well, it
that
takes the highest, but yeah, it's 7.
plus
Plus
Bart's aura, 5.
Oh shit! Yay!
Okay.
12 actually.
Yeah, pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
I'm like a
4,
god now, right?
16, 17,
Yeah, That's
18.
what it feels like.
18 points of radiant damage to Reese, half as much to Bart. Reese, you are now blind.
Blinded by the light.
Literally.
Yeah.
Fine,
And-
so-
Importantly, nobody can see through this wall.
Yeah.
Oh wait, why'd he move it that high?
Oh.
Yeah, he was going to do
I
it
just
there.
realized.
Sorry.
Temp HP.
There we go. Perfect. All right, that's the end of his legendary action. Genesis.
Come on, do the Randy Orton slither.
Can I use reaction and cast darkness around myself to get through this so I can attack? Because I know that my darkness spell is not
It is
big
an
enough.
action.
But I thought that I had it written down that it's a reaction. Either way, can I do that just to get myself through it so I can do stuff?
You could
Now-
cast darkness as an action. However, you're on the side that you can see him.
Oh well, never mind. I'm just.
Yeah.
gonna
And you
go
got
up
your
do
boots,
stuff.
so you could always fly above the wall if you needed to.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, I did all that thinking for no reason.
You're good.
So, sorry. Then I just want to Hexblade. I want to get up there and Hexblade, and then hit with Lennox twice, but Hexblade first.
Go for it.
And I was gonna say something before that. Oh, non-lethal. So
Nice.
right Yeah,
All right.
non-lethal.
If you dump a smite, it's lethal.
If you dump a smite, it's lethal.
I'm
Just-
just.
If
Okay.
you do. 26 hits.
Okay.
Ooh. Let me look at his resistances and shit. Okay.
And shit.
So 21, 26 damage on that. Yep.
Okay.
28 hits.
Oh.
For 11, 16.
You only have 2 attacks.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I got excited.
You're good.
Okay, I'm done.
Alrighty. Then, at the end of your turn, he's going to Lava Geyser again, hitting Bart
Lava
and
Geyser.
Reese. However, this time, it is not coming out as fire damage. He's using his Blessing of Zariel to transform it into Radiant. So both of you, dex saves.
I had to double check the condition. I was like, do I have disadvantage on this? I was like, okay, thank God, no.
What's happening? What's happening?
I heard bubbles.
30, 20.
Good,
And I
that's a
said-
success.
Not again. In a second. Dex save. Whatever that plus Bart's aura.
Double success. Good job. That is 28 half down to 14 to the two of you. Radiant damage.
It burns.
All right, Glenn, you're up.
14. So 8.
I am currently turned.
Yep, you have to spend your action to get as far away from him as possible.
So by that you mean like I have to dash? I have to spend my action to dash? Or
Yes, you spend your turn action to get as far away as possible.
okay. I will move 5 feet away. Does he attack me?
No.
Damn it! Son of a bitch!
Oh no!
I'll move another 5
My
feet
flank.
as I don't know if this works with a companion actually, with a teammate, but would Genesis get an opportunity attack on me?
Only if they're a hostile creature to you.
Yeah.
Damn it, son of a gun.
Would be a hell of a twist.
You could try it with Somdi, I'll say that.
10,
Somebody just trips you with a tail.
15. Oh, I didn't do that. All right, just add 5 to that. So that's 15, 20, 25.
Show me your path as well as you're moving, please.
This is 25 right now.
Okay.
25, and I have to get as far away from him, right?
Yep.
With my dash, so that's freaking 100 feet of movement. That's
Yep.
still 75 feet I have to run away from. What's the furthest I can go? 75. I can't go 75 feet away from him.
Talk about there. You could make that
So-
jump, right?
So when you turn, right, you move as far as you can. If you can't, you take the dodge action, if I recall how the turn
Correct.
works.
Yeah.
But I can still keep moving, so I guess I would move to where I see Cornwallis, I guess.
Does it make you use the dodge action, or is it just move
Let's
away
see,
as far as you
turn.
can?
You have to move as far away and as fast away as you can, and if you cannot move further, then you may dodge. But those are your options. with
I
your
mean,
turn.
yeah, sorry, I meant dash action. I just didn't know if it made you use the dash.
Yes, it does require you to use your actions to get as far away as possible.
Okay, that's
You
what I
can
thought you said, I was
turn
just-
a lich, and if they had no teleport, they're gonna fucking go. Like,
So yeah, then my action would be to dodge. Then I am
Okay.
moving as far, but that's still.
well, you get one
I mean,
more square.
Yeah, that's as far as I can go, and I guess at this point, being further enough, does it continue on till I get hit? When does it stop?
Turn undead.
For 1 minute.
For 1 minute or until I take
Yeah.
damage.
Yep.
Usually it's based on a combat rating or challenge rating, but his probably doesn't have any kind of challenge rating.
Blessing
limit.
of Zariel.
Yeah.
I guess I'll use my. This sucks, man. I'll use my bonus action to Blade Song, and that's it. That's my turn.
Alrighty.
Here's the mechanics for you guys.
Thank you. Monkey. To clarify,
Alright.
this thing does go all the way down to like there.
Yep, that's fine. I'm gonna immediately go up with Cloud, so I'm 10 feet above the wall, so I can see above the wall.
Yep. How tall is the wall again?
And-
Like,
10 feet.
10 feet.
oh yeah.
And then I've seen that look in my that in Glenn's eyes. In fact, I just saw it recently when we did the lamp. So, first attack against Glenn, believe it or not. Snap out of it. And okay, so first attack, blah 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 blah. Make sure that. Hold on. Turn off sharpshooter. And we're not blessed. Okay. There we go.
I would have tried during my turn. I promise. I would have tried.
First attack on Glenn. Bam!
Please hit me. Please hit me.
24.
That
Yeah,
does
that
hit
hits.
me.
Roll your damage.
Yeah.
This is why I turned off sharpshooter.
Wait, he dodged. Roll again.
Okay.
He
He doesn't
couldn't.
have an action. Does it automatic? The dodge automatically happens, or does he have?
He's gonna take an action to dodge if he kept running.
But he used his action to dash.
So
Yeah.
you used your action to dash, correct? 25, 30, 60 feet of movement. You don't have a base of 60?
No, it was base 50 before I base Blade Song.
Okay. Would it require you to use your bonus action then to dodge?
That's a key ability, isn't
No,
it?
it calls it out.
Yeah. Okay. So no, you do not. You did not dodge. So yeah, that hits.
Right.
12.
Oh, thank gosh. Oh, my God, is watching over me.
I got you, buddy. And then now I'm. All right. Shit. That's as far as I got in my thinking. First attack. What happens if we kill him? I don't know. All right. Second attack is going to be against the general.
All right.
Oh, why am I so nervous? Jesus.
Because he's either gonna jack us up for friggin' 4 straight rounds of us trying to put him in a stupid container, or we might kill him.
He will use his reaction to parry that.
Okay. Third attack.
So
And
his
keep in
AC
mind,
is
he just-
boosted for only that one attack.
So just everyone keep in mind he's used his reaction for the. Okay. Third attack, kicking on sharpshooter. I wish I knew what his AC was. Should have left it off. Oh, actually, I'm going to use my precision. 1d6. 20.
20 will hit.
For
20.
20 points of damage. And then a d4 for my foe thing. So 22 points of damage on that attack.
Nice.
And that was 1, 2. That was my third attack.
On his last legs.
I can't non-lethal it.
I would just attack.
Yeah,
that-
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, with
bonus
how
action.
little that moved for a 20 point of damage, I think you're good.
Yeah.
There's also, it's kind of hard to see, but there is in fact a barbed devil right there.
Oh, there is Barb Devil.
And one over here.
Okay,
Oh, that's the
so
one I
I
was
will
thinking of.
actually do it this way. So I'm going
Oh,
to
there's 2 of them.
action Soige. And I'll go after this one right here.
All right, shoot him.
God, I hope that's the right choice. Nope.
Miss.
Next attack on Action Surge. There we go.
Hit.
For 19.
All right.
God dang.
And then my last and final attack out of that, because I did 1, 2, 3, and then I action surged.
Oh man, those guys are pretty beefy too.
Missed.
Yeah. Those specific devils, yeah.
And then bonus action. Now I'll do my heal rune. Because I didn't do my bonus, right? That was 1, 2, that was 6 attacks. Should
Yep,
be 6.
no
1,
bonus.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And then bonus action hail room for my resistance. And actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm done. Now I'm done.
Alrighty. Next up, Cornwallis. Oh, wait, actually. There were some downstairs. Let's see if they noticed the arcane gate or not.
Oh no.
Oh, fuck you.
They're so dumb.
Alrighty.
Stupid double.
Cornwallis,
It's
you hear from the stairs next to you that you did not see when you were down below the sounds of a and crawling and sprawling its way up the stairs and grinding against the walls is this monstrous, ignore the anime aspects,
I love
chainsaw
it.
devil.
God.
But it takes its entire turn to get up here.
Oh god, where the hell's the gun devil?
That's for a
Unfortunately, none
hell
of us have
campaign.
guns.
Let me read through if it has any bonus actions. Well, it has one bonus action, Infernal Chains. Each creature within 20-foot radius of him, as he reaches up his hands and slams them down into the stone, you see chains begin erupting and shooting. Cornwallis, Glenn, I need both of you to give me a strength saving throw, as these chains attempt to grab and strike you down and pull you towards the ground.
Son of a bitch.
Cornwallis, you have advantage.
I have advantage for being a hippo. Not a hippo build. It's advantage on all strength saves and saving and skill checks.
Our two bestest boys.
You
All right.
can't hold
well,
a hippo down.
You can't hold a hippo down. Glenn, however, you are restrained by these chains.
Ugh, just one condition into another.
Yep.
Don't worry, Glenn, you're taking that, bro.
Until this creature dies, or until it uses this ability again, or you can use your action to make a DC 18 strength check in order to break free. Athletics.
I want to break free.
Now, the devils. This one's going to impose itself. Haha. And it is going to make its 3 attacks against Genesis, all with advantage. The claw. The claw. The tail. So 20, 17, 25. Genesis, I believe 2 of those hit you. That'll be 6 piercing and 10 piercing. And I need you to roll me 2 con saves to maintain concentration on your spell. DC of 10. Success? Success. Alrighty. This one up here, how far is its movement? 30 feet? 10. 20. 30. And it is going to hurl fire at the baronet. Yeet.
Sacre bleu.
9.
You missed. Dingus.
Barely. Alright, that's their 2 goes. Reese, top of the initiative order.
Yeah, I'm blinded. I don't like that because it's gonna be a fight, right? To deal with this blinding condition, if I have to try and make the con save. So on my belt, I'm gonna take out the little vial diamond dust I have, and I'm gonna use one of my uses of greater restoration on myself to get rid of it.
You are greatly restored.
So I can see. I still can't see past this wall though.
No.
So fly 5, 10, 15.
Also, let's look at it in chat. It can be free floating.
So if I end my turn, I'm gonna take radiant damage.
Yes.
So I just gotta make sure I don't end my turn next to it. And what's his phase?
I was seeing
did
if
that
it's another con save for anybody that starts their turn in it either. It's not.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna move up 5, 10, 15. And I'm gonna go 15 feet up. That way I can see past the wall. Wait, is there a... how
No,
close do you
this
have to
wall
be?
is still there. It's 60 foot long.
No. He means physically.
Yeah, I'm flying
up.
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 I'm looking up.
Oh,
I'm
you're
looking up.
flying. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep, that's fine.
I should be good. 10 feet. How close do you have to be before? I've seen this spell before. Yeah, I remember the laser beams. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna, now that I can see over, as a bonus action, I'm going to Mantle of Inspiration again to Genesis, Bardakov, myself, because I lost my temp. And I can't see Monkey, but I can see Somdi, so I'm gonna do Somdi.
You can see me.
Oh, you're like way down there.
Yeah, and I'm 10 feet. I'm in the air too.
Yeah, I think you have temp though right now.
Oh, you did give me temp. Thank you.
Yeah.
How much was it the first time?
11? Yeah, 11.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm trying to reduce some of the damage hitting Bart right now. So I'm gonna
Yep.
give temp to Genesis, Bart, myself, and Somdi. And they can use their reactions and move as needed. But I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay.
Now I have eyes on the Baron.
And he has already used his legendary actions. So, Cornwallis. You see the devil right next to you.
Is it a free action to grab a weapon, or is it an action to grab
It
a
is
weapon?
your once per turn interact with object in order to stow or draw a weapon.
So what if I just drop a weapon? Can I grab
Yeah.
it? If I just drop it to the ground, can I grab another one?
Yeah, if you just drop it where it's at and then grab the other one.
All right, I'm gonna move to here.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab. I'm gonna drop my arbalist. I'm gonna grab my glaive. I'm gonna attack this chainsaw. I don't have to attack.
Or sharpshooter, or
Ignore the +2 because I don't have fighting style archery.
23
So 23
hits.
to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. For 16 damage.
Hell yeah. Is
And
this a
then,
magical glaive?
Yes, it's a +1 glaive.
Just making sure.
Yep. And then I'm going to teleport 10 feet.
Bloop, bloop.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to attack this guy with the glaive.
With advantage.
Oh,
Roll again. You might have your 5th crit of the session.
maybe.
30 hits.
For 16 damage.
Consistent. I like it.
Yeah. And I will teleport to here. Actually, I'm just going to teleport to here.
Bloop.
Because I don't need that much range. And I'm going to attack Baron Pote
Okay.
for non-lethal.
And also non-flanking.
Yeah, I can't get flanking.
Okay.
There's not enough people. I will dump my all of my force damage abilities into this one though. My planar attacker. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
For
Wait a second. Is his parry once per turn or once per round?
I don't know.
It usually burns a reaction. but I don't
It is
know.
a reaction. It's once per round. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
31.
31 damage,
Woo! Good stuff.
and that is my turn.
Alrighty. Some D.
My instincts are telling me to just fucking crush this thing.
Do it.
I don't want him to get another turn.
Bells can't be non-lethal.
That is true. However, snake is non-lethal.
When in doubt, snake.
I bid the baronet a good day.
He will bow graciously.
As I will quicken a polymorph onto my own form to become Snack.
You are now Snack.
That's sick.
I will get. Oop,
I'll move that
Get
to the
with-
back.
getting within range. First and foremost, non-lethally crush the life out of him.
Attempt.
I love the mental image. I still have my top hat on. It's just very tiny now.
God damn, that hits.
Katana bows are rough.
28. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, the tail of Titano Santi is just gonna wrap quickly around him, and you can see like his skin go from his usual purple, or is it purple or gray?
Purple.
Purple, to just like this putrid, diseased one as he's just losing all the oxygen. As he's just
You choked him out.
And he goes unconscious with the Titanoboa just squeezing and squeezing and squeezing.
I'm gonna use my 4 words, and I yell out in Snick. So Cornwallis and Genesis should be able to understand me. Probably somebody too. Genesis, get him now. On your turn, obviously, but that's what I yell at.
oh, and for my multi attack, I will attempt to eat a barb devil.
Ah.
I don't know. That's a 30.
I think a 30
I saw-
hits.
Yeah, I saw 5
Um,
on my roll, so I was like,
That is going to be 5 piercing damage to you.
and 19 piercing damage, and he is swallowed.
Yep. Oh, that's going to be real bad indigestion on you. All right, so you take 5 piercing. Con save to maintain concentration on your spell.
Fair enough.
It's covered in spines.
I
Okay.
save.
You saved. You saved. Good. All right, you are swallowing double.
What happens to your poop when you change back if you've digested something?
You poop.
I'm pretty sure I spit things up if I change back.
Oh,
Like a messed up hairball.
Alrighty. Baron Pote is going to get his death save.
Oh, it's not lethal.
Oh, yeah, he's only unconscious. Yeah, that's right. Damn it. All right, layer action. Hey, guys. Another one of these devils appear. And realizing you guys may have him, but you still have the journeying of getting through all of the other devils here, meant to protect him, as well as find your way back to the Hollows safely and soundly. I think we're calling the session here this week, everybody. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.
Before